Wow. Wow, chat. Can you believe that I'm live? Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Can you guys believe I'm live? You guys believe in magic? No? Uh, be, yeah, I'm like, I wanted to start this stream off today. I can't believe it. You survived the beach trip. I survived the water. I did not melt, which is, which is good. I also didn't drown. Could you imagine if I did drown though? That would be like a crazy stream clip though. Hold up, guys. Hold up. I gotta post on Instagram that I'm live. Hold up. I'm live. Wow, chat. Can you believe it? Me, Peppy the First, is live. Honestly, guys, I'm feeling kind of tired today. I'm kind of tired today. Um, cause I did skateboarding yesterday, and then I went to the beach. I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot out of me. I'm like, my body's sore. Uh, um, my body's sore and I'm tired. Your room looks different. It's the same. I just don't have my pillows. Like my bed's not made all the way. That's why it looks different. Because I literally I just like moved my sheets. I didn't bother making my bed today. I'll be honest, guys. Poor baby laid on the beach too hard. I pity her. I know I have such a hard life, guys. I have such a hard life. Guys, my life is so hard. You guys don't understand how hard it is to be a content creator, guys. I got to get paid money to sit on the beach all day yesterday. My life is so hard. My life is so hard, guys. I know it's honestly my life is almost as hard as your dad when he watches me. So, it's like it's just like that. It's just like that. It's a hard not life for us. It's a hard not life. That's from Annie, guys. That's like my life right now. The wounds look pretty rough. They just looked rough because like on the beach yesterday. Right now, they're not even that bad. They're not even bad at all. Like minuscule, like not even bad. Like they're mostly like it's mostly healed up. Like it's not even that bad. Tis merely a scratch. Yeah, I think it just looked worse because it was like currently bleeding. But like you can see my hand, it's a little bruised up, but it's not actually like scratched up. It's actually kind of fine. I've had worse. I've had worse. I've done worse. Your mom has done worse to me. So, tis merely a flesh wound. Yes. Oh my god. I have not watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail in a while. I might rewatch that tonight. I might rewatch that tonight. Chat, should I rewatch Monty Python and the Holy Grail tonight? Maybe I should. Maybe I should, maybe I could, and maybe I would. Boom. Um yeah. Um that's like that's like how I'm chilling today. But other than that, Discord movie night, no, I'd watch it on my TV. I'd watch it on my TV in my bed. But it's kind of a chill stream. I got some nice hot tea here. That's so good. That tea is so good. Also, Wasted Hobo, thank you for the resub with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. 8 months? Whoa, that's kind of crazy. That's been since December. Since December. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome. Pretty swag. Pretty swag. Yeah, but honestly, feeling pretty. What's wrong with your bed? Okay, guys. You guys keep like talking about my bed just because I didn't make my bed today. Here, watch. Watch. I'll literally. Wow, guys. Wow, guys. Now it. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Ah. Wow, chat. Now it looks like it normally does. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Who knew, guys? Who knew? Wow. Feet? Yes. Yes. Foot stream. I guess. Also, you guys got a foot reveal. Or whatever. Or whatever. Your hair looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So, but I'm feeling extra woke, extra transgender today. Trans Amy Coney Barrett.
Trans Amy Coney Barrett.
Yes, guys. I do believe that women shouldn't have the right to get abortions. I do believe that. I also. Yeah. Amy Coney Barrett. She kind of sucks. Because that senator died. Yeah, Lindsey Graham died. Mitch McConnell hasn't died, though. Fuck, dude. Fuck! Why do these demons live? Why do they live forever, okay? But, yeah. But holy shit, Wasted Hobo with the 100 stream streak. Good lord. Holy moly. But yeah. Honestly, I saw the photo that was confirming that Mitch McConnell was alive. And I was like, oh my god, jump scare. Like, what the fuck, okay? Like, I wanted, like, a warning. I was scrolling through TikTok when I got home from lunch today, and then it was like, jump scare. It was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my, why does he look like that? Why does he look like that? Okay, I was like, don't do that. Why did they jump scare me like that? Literally, Harry Sasson jump scared me. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Ew. It was scary. It was scary. Yeah. 100 is goated? Yeah. It's not the longest, though. I'm pretty sure Pinballer has the longest at 180 days. Nuzley also has a really long streak, but oh my god, dude. Yeah. It was like it was crazy. I was thinking
Finger heart.
Thank you, Jay, for the finger heart, but oh my god, it was terrifying. I saw Mitch McConnell's face and was like, oh god. Never show me that again. Why are his lips so small? Why are Mitch McConnell's lips so small? Like, why? Mitch McConnell. Fuck. Mitch McConnell? I can't spell his name. Like, holy fuck. Ew. Okay, guys. I'm gonna switch over. You guys are gonna get a Mitch McConnell jump scare. You guys are gonna be. Oh my god. What the heck? Bro, why is. Dude, why. Jump scare, dude. I know, I'm sorry I jump scared you guys. But holy moly, guys. Bro, why does he look like that? Why? Bro, he has no upper lip and no bottom lip. How does that even happen? I don't understand that. Healthiest Republican looking, yeah, healthiest senator in America right here. Healthiest senator in America.
Finger heart.
Yeah. But also thank you for the finger heart. Thank you, Joan. Thank you for the finger heart. Thank you. Yeah, turtles have beaks, not lips. Yeah, he is kind of a turtle, okay? Because he's living forever. Oh my god. But healthiest looking Republican senator. Yeah. Bro, can you imagine? Grinder's probably panicking right now. Like, Grinder's probably like, oh no, we lost Lindsey Graham. We lost our best customer. Like, can you imagine how hard Grinder's getting hit right now? They're like, who's gonna use Grinder in South Carolina now? It's crazy. It's awful. Horrible. I feel bad for Grinder, honestly. Um, yeah. But that's honestly, it's like, wow. It's like jump scare. Jump scare, wow. But honestly, I wanted to get on here to ask you guys a serious question. Like a serious, thoughtful question. Okay? How much wood do you realistically think a woodchuck could chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood. I don't think anyone has ever answered this question. Many people have asked it, but we have never answered it. You're actually kind of base. Thank you, YouTube chatter. Thank you. Pappy, did you steal a joke from Bombastic? I don't even know who that is. Who is that? What joke did I supposedly steal from them? Because I have no idea who that is. Okay, of course now the sun comes out. Oh. I've seen them. I don't really watch their stuff. Yeah. But yeah. 12 inches. Yeah. I heard 47. Yeah, 47. 47. Yeah, that's Trump's number 47. Yeah. Can you guys, I'm kind of like, when he dies, I'm not going to say who he is, but when he dies, oh my god, the celebration. The celebrations that will happen. The celebrations that will happen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I will be celebrating. Everybody you know will be celebrating. The whole world will celebrate. The whole world will rejoice. There will be parties. I'll be going to the club. I'm trans. I think my dad's homophobic. I need help. Yeah. I'm gonna say something. Tell your dad to knock it off. Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, can we bury the couch with him? That's JD Vance. We're thinking about a different guy. I'm thinking about someone that's one step above JD Vance in terms of positions. Not gonna say who he is. Not gonna say his name. He who shall not be named. Yeah, buy a spray bottle and spray your dad when he makes homophobic comments. There's your answer, chatter. That will be it. That will be good. That would be cooking. That'd be good. It's Sunday, Pappy. Yeah, I know. I went to church today. Yeah, I went to every single church today. I went to Catholic church, I went to Baptist church, I went to Pentecostal church, I went to Presbyterian church, I went to Pescatarian church, I went to Protestant church, I went to Quaker church, I went to Masonite church, I went to Jehovah Witness church, I went to Church's Chicken, I went to I got taken to church by Hosier. You know. So like I went to Church of Latter-day Saints. Guys, I'm going to become a Mormon now. What if I'm surprised there's never been a Mormon missionary streamer. You know, like someone that's like they're like given like LDS could have an official like Twitch account. And what if they streamed on Twitch and tried to convert people? Boom, I'm giving them ideas. Bro, they should pay me. They should pay me. They should pay me. Yeah. Um yeah. Uh yeah. So yeah, that's like interesting. Yeah, so LDS, yeah. LSD. Whoa. Is that what the gold plates were? Holy moly, bro. I've never thought about it like that. I never thought about it like that. Um yeah. Why do you say like like five times in a sentence? Um Filler word. I say like and okay a lot. Sorry. It's filler. It's filler. It's filler. It's filler. Cuz I like dyslexia, word processing, brain don't work. Words don't work in brain. Brain don't process word good. Um so yeah. Um but yeah. Yeah. You look pregnant. Interesting comment. Interesting comment from YouTube. Didn't know I looked pregnant. Um, you're slow. Yeah. Yeah, I was in the slow classes. Yeah. Um, so that's kind of true. But Mormons best soaking. Honestly, do you guys think when missions are on when when people in when Mormons are on their mission trip, do you think they're doing missionary? But they can't have sex before marriage. But do you think they want to do missionary? Do you think they only do missionary? Do you think when they do missionary, do you think it reminds them of when they were like on their mission trip? You guys ever you guys ever think about that? Hello from Scotland. Welcome in from Scotland. Yeah. Um uh um any tips on curling chronic gooning? Any tips on curing a chronic gooning addiction? Um Chatter, I would say stop stroking it. That's my opinion. I don't It's not that hard to not stroke it. I feel like if you're having a gooning addiction, a chronic gooning condition, if you're gooning all the time, I would say stop. Um, that's my advice, Chatter. That's my advice to you. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. I'm chilling today, vibing today. Honestly, you know, um, but yeah. So honestly, not doing anything crazy today. Are we talking about missionary position? Yes and no. We're talking about Mormon missionaries. And how many Mormon missionaries do we think do missionary on their mission trip? Like, because like some of them got to be breaking the rules, right? Some of them are definitely breaking the rules. Um, But yeah. Diva, I think I need to get back on SSRIs today. You do that. You do that. You know, some divas need SSRIs. Some don't. Some do. Um, some have allergic reactions to them. Some don't do them because of that. So yeah. So that's kind of like our that's how we're kind of chilling today. We're kind of chilling. Also, thank you for the 100. Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much. They be soaking, yeah. Sometimes, like, I'm not even Mormon, but I would want to try soaking. You know, like I'd want to try it. Like I know like I don't have to try it. I know I can have like normal sex because I like don't prescribe to any like religious or like moral like framework, right? But I kind of want to try soaking. You know, it's like why not try it? What if you're like actually that's kind of fun. You know, do it for the vibes. Yeah. Yeah. Um in extreme detail, who's the best minion and why? Kevin. I'm not going to elaborate. If you don't ball with Kevin, we ain't balling with you. That's Minion Bob 33. I think your favorite minion's probably Bob. Cause honestly, only freaks like Bob, okay? People who are like Bob's my favorite minion like Bob because there's like that one scene where Bob's like wearing a thong. Kind of freak behavior, honestly. If that's why you're into Bob, Bob's never gonna make an OnlyFans. You guys grow up. Um, SSRIs will permanently fry your brain. It depends on which SSRI you're on and how long you're on them for. But for some people, being on SSRIs for a long time is more beneficial than being off them. Like right, like for some people would rather be on SSRIs and mood stabilizers than not be able to even get out of bed in the morning. Um, like all medications, there are trade-offs, right? And it's you talking to your doctor, or in this case, a psychologist or psychiatrist about the trade-offs. No, Stuart is my favorite minion. Then why are you named Minion Bob 33? Bro, you're gonna say Stuart, my favorite minion, but your name is Minion Bob 33. I think you LARPing. You're LARPing, dude. You're such a LARPer, okay? Have you even seen the new Minions movie? Have you even seen Minions and Monsters yet? Have you even gone on the Minions Universal ride? I don't think so. Honestly, I think you're kind of LARPing. Also, thank you, Z3EXER. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. They created their account 2 minutes ago. Yeah, so then they could have named their because like if they're going off their favorite minion, they could have named it Minion. Okay, they could have named it Minion Stewart. Okay, 33, but instead they chose Minion Bob 33. Also, they have the orange chat, not even the yellow font. Like you could have made your font yellow. You could have spent the 5 seconds that it takes to make your font a different color and like shown that you're a true minion enjoyer, okay? Clearly, if yellow's not your favorite color, and if your name's not yellow, then I don't know if you're really a minion enjoyer, to be honest. What's 9 plus 10? That's 21, guys. I can do math. How many push-ups can you do? Because I'm like transgender and I have like a biological advantage. Um, honestly, probably like 20 million. Mods acting like it's a 20K stream. It's an auto mod chatter, so that's why. I auto mod my YouTube chat pretty heavily, so that's why. I think trans people are really cool. You know what? That's a cool statement. Thank you for your allyship. Yeah. I remember that one time you called your dad. If they loved, yeah, yeah. Well, cause that one time I called my dad on stream, The chatter said, if you call your dad and get him to say I love you, then I'll give you $1 million. So I called my dad. He said I loved you. Okay. He said he loved me. Okay. And then that chatter never gave me $1 million. I can't believe someone on the internet would lie. I know. It's crazy. I like, why would you ever go on the internet if you're going to tell a lie? That's crazy. Who on the internet would lie? Pappy is a Minion historian. Guys, I watched the original Minions movie in theaters. I watched them steal the moon opening week, okay? Okay, I've been a Minion enjoyer day one, okay? I've seen all the Minion movies, guys. I know a thing or two about the Minions, okay? Been on the Minion ride at Universal, okay? I know a thing or two about the Minions, guys. Okay? I've met Gru in real life. He's a real guy. The Minions are real. Okay? But no one ever wants to acknowledge that. They better give you $1 million. They never gave me $1 million, which is sad. Yeah. So yeah. Everyone lies on the internet. I don't lie on the internet. I only tell the truth. Like how I'm 7 foot 12 inches. I have 42 kids, 49 ex-wives, 7 ex-husbands, and I'm born and raised and live in Antarctica. And I also weigh 69 kilograms. So yeah. You are Kevin Bacon. Do you guys ever think Kevin Bacon eats bacon and goes, feels like cannibalism? Yeah. Do you think Kevin Bacon has a hog? I'm not talking about a pig. Anyway, the Minions are real, but they're elusive and they're like cryptids. Yeah, they just serve the most evil dude in history. I do think it's kind of crazy how, like, in the Minion lore, the Minions were, like, stuck in the North Pole or, like, in frigid area during, like, 1930 to 40. Seems interesting. Honestly, I don't know what's worse. The fact that the Minions were fence sitters and actually didn't serve the most evil dude, so technically they were lying. But yeah, the Minions. The Minions are ever constant. Is that a wig? No, it's my real hair, chatter. Yeah. I bet you $10 your dad won't say I'm proud of you. Oh, it's like 9 o'clock. It's like 8:30 for my dad. Bro, he's probably in bed. I'm not gonna call my dad right now. But guys, I have a dad and mom that are very present in my life. So, some chatter's yelling at a wall. Yeah, drop the hair routine. I use Kevin Murphy shampoo and conditioner. I reached out to them about possibly working with them, and they never responded back. So I guess they don't want to work with me. But that's okay. I'll still promote their product because it's a good product. It's expensive. It's like $60 a bottle. But it looks pretty good and it works pretty well. So, yeah. Yeah. Kevin Murphy, Kevin Bacon, mini Kevins in this stream. When did I mention Kevin Murphy? Kevin's such a funny name. I did mention Kevin the Minion. How do you guys feel about Kevin the Minion? Like the Minion in the Minions movie? The Minions remind me so much of corn, and I hate corn.
Soccer trophy.
Is it just the yellow? I was thinking for the soccer trophy. Thank you very much. Tung Tung Tom. Triple T. Yeah, what you guys know about Triple T? W. James Charles. L. James Charles, guys. L. James Charles. You. Bro, James Charles is a pedo, okay? And I'm not, he's like, literally is messaging underage fans. That's weird. Like, whenever, like, people on social media get caught for messaging fans, I'm like, that's wild. Because I do not understand that. Like, I'm a content creator. I do this for a living. Never in my life would I like message or interact in private DMs with an underage fan or a fan in general. Like, no. Like, what? That's so weird. It's so weird to me, bro. Yeah. My mom is a trans woman. Yo, so you got a trans parent. You got a trans parent. Crazy you probably don't see her. You know, you can probably hear her, but you don't see her. Unless it's Trans Day of Visibility. Then you can see her. That was a multi-layered joke. Almost like a tiramisu or layer cake. Pretty solid. Yeah. Pappy, are you doing anything fun these days? Am I doing anything fun? I mean, yesterday I went to the beach. And I went skating with friends yesterday. My day yesterday was busy. Okay, I was busy yesterday. Okay, I did not have much downtime yesterday. But then today I was like, I woke up, I ate breakfast. Yeah, so that's what I did today. How much sand was in your house? It was bad. It was bad. There was so much sand. I had so much sand. It was everywhere. It didn't get in my house. It got everywhere when I like took off my clothes. Luckily, I knew I would be covered in sand, so I took off all my like clothes and bathing suit in the shower. Obviously, I wasn't running the shower yet. But oh my sand. Oh my god, there was so much sand. Yeah. I also have a transparent happy late pride. Thank you. Thank you. Sad that pride is over, guys. I'm straight now that pride is over. I'm straight and cis. I'm not trans and gay anymore. That's why I hate going to the beach. See, I like everything about the beach but the sand. But going to a rocky beach is even worse. Like if you ever go to a beach with a bunch of rocks, ugh. Why? Yeah. I can honestly say you are the first trans I've ever seen and thought, wow. Does that make me bi? I mean, if you're a straight guy, no. If you're a woman, yeah, that would make you bi. I don't know. Why did you decide to be transgender? Well, I got the COVID vaccine, and then it like molecularly changed my like cells and like forcibly transitioned me. So it's kind of crazy that happened. But yeah, that's why I'm trans now. So, yeah. Also, welcome in, friend zone guy. Welcome in. Beach, question mark, question mark, awkward. I don't think it's awkward to go to the beach. I hate sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. Anakin quote, guys. Anakin Skywalker quote, guys. That's a quote from Star Wars. Did you make the pilgrimage to Bangkok? Not yet, but if I do make the pilgrimage to Bangkok, I might bang some cock. When my sister came out, she told me Elon Musk paid her. Ooh, yeah, that didn't age. When did she come out? Because, like, if that was, like, 10 years ago, okay, yeah, like, I see it. But, like, she came out in, like, 2024, 2025. I'm like, I don't know. Elon Musk is a viewer of the live stream, though. He does pop in from time to time. He's like, yeah, I missed talking to my trans daughter, but I love running Twitter and love hanging out with neo-Nazis so much that, like, I can't even talk to her anymore. It's, like, so rough. You know, the woke left mob took her from me, but he misgenders her. So, how old are you, Pappy? I'm 79 years old. Okay, the COVID joke was funny. The vaccine, yeah, the vaccine is what turned me transgender. Look, But even though I'm transgender, I still support Trump, guys. I voted for Trump 8 times in the last election, okay? Some might say that's voter fraud, but only Democrats do voter fraud. If it's voter fraud, it's not voter fraud if you do it for Republicans. It's not voter fraud if you do it for Republicans, guys. So I'm T for T, trans for Trump. That's not true, guys. If you're watching this, I want you to know I did not vote for that man, nor have I ever voted for that man. I do not like him. True facts. Trump is 79 years old. I'm 7'12" and voted for Trump 8 times. 8 times in the last election. I voted for Trump 20 times total. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You nearly fooled me. ... Not today, Rainbow Alphabet Mafia. Honestly, Rainbow Alphabet Mafia makes gay people sound way more cooler. Like you're calling us a mafia? What? Okay, imagine this. The LGBTQ mafia, imagine this. They pull up, they say, imagine this. We sit you down, you're blindfolded. You're blindfolded, okay? You're blindfolded. Boom, take off the blindfold. So, we've been here, you've been messing with our cargo. You've been messing with our papas and stuff. Here at the LGBTQIA Alphabet Mafia, we don't really appreciate that. We don't really appreciate that here. You know? We don't really appreciate that you're stealing our product, you're defaming our name. We don't like the way you're running these streets. You know? Because we run these streets. We run these streets. The LGBTQIA Alphabet Mafia. We run these streets. We run these streets. And we don't like what you're doing. You know, that's why we kidnapped you. We blindfolded you. And now you're here. Now you're here. You're here. You're queer. We're making you queer. Okay? We're gonna give you all the transgender operations. Penis, vagina. Penis into vagina. We're gonna transgender operation on you. Snip, snip. Give you a little quick snip. We got a special doctor in from Thailand just to do it on you. It's what you do. You mess with the LGBTQ mafia, you get the transgender operations forced on you. And we'll even give you a few vaccines. And we'll put you on prep. Look, all you gotta do is just all you didn't have to mess with us and you wouldn't have been in this dilemma. Wow. That's guys, that's what happens when you mess with the LGBTQ AIL mafia community, alphabet mafia community. What the fuck have I stumbled into? Peek. Yeah. The devil has come and reached out to me. Come? The devil's come? Oh, the devil's reached out. I read that. Guys, I read that wrong. Oh my god, it's like so sad. Are you really live? Yeah, I'm really live. I'm really live. The fuck did I scroll on to? Awesomeness, swag, or the Wokler? Oh my god, Susie? You're a first-time chatter. Welcome in. First-time chatter. Welcome to my Twitch channel. Holy, that's kind of awesome. The Wokler.
For your next coffee, smile and do a backflip.
Thank
Loving
you.
the stream.
Thank you.
I
thank
randomly
you.
got here doom scrolling lol, but I stayed cause of the vibes. Heart hands emoji.
Thank you. Thank you for the $5. A core or FCB. Thank you very much for the super chat. You guys are ready? Are you guys ready for a backflip? Check this out. Whoa! Oh wait, you guys didn't see that on YouTube. Hold up. YouTube, check this out. Whoa! Holy moly. Did you guys see that backflip? That was crazy. That was a crazy backflip, am I right? Holy moly, I did a backflip on stream. That's crazy. I've seen you a lot on Instagram. Yeah, I do be posting there from time to time. What do you know about it? What do you know about it? Yeah. Um, you know that Elliot,
Yeah,
or
I know that Elton John was part of the Gay Mafia. It was a scene in Will and Grace show and it was really funny.
that seems funny. I've never actually watched the Will and Grace show. I know what it is, but like, sounds like a funny episode. But thank you, Mr. Rainbow Loves Coffee. Thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. So, do a cartwheel. I can't do a cartwheel. I've actually never tried doing a well, I haven't done a cartwheel in a while. Ugh. But yeah, I probably could do a cartwheel. I think I could. I think I could. Maybe that's delusional. Maybe that's a little crazy. But thank you for checking me out, Susie. Thank you. Thank you for coming into my stream from Instagram. That's very awesome. Very swag. Um, yeah. So, yeah. But yeah. Can you do a backflip? I can't. I can't. Well, I did a backflip. You guys are like, do a backflip. I did a backflip. I did a backflip. Backflip. I hardly know her. Last time I did a cartwheel, I was in elementary school. Last time I did a cartwheel, I fell. I broke my arm, my wrist, 12 of my ribs, my spine, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. I barely made it out alive, guys, but I lived to tell the tale. Healed up, stronger, better, faster. Um, so yeah. That's why I don't do cartwheels anymore. Dangerous. Dangerous. Um, yeah. Your put, yeah, 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 yeah. Can you do a side flip? What is a side flip? Is that what Palpatine does in Revenge of the is that what Palpatine does in the third Star Wars movie? Is that what a side flip is? Um, did you give me back my 1,000 points? Oh, a fit reveal? Oh, I did not. I did not realize you did the fit reveal. Okay, here we go. Here's the fit reveal. I got the jeans on. I got the green shirt on. I got the green shirt on. Okay, that's the fit I got on today. That's the fit I got on today. I'm still thinking about how that YouTube chatter said I looked pregnant, but interesting comment. Yeah, guys. Maybe I am pregnant. What if I was, guys? Um, if I was, who would be the daddy? Um, which chatter would be the Palpatine does a corkscrew. Okay, that's what it's called. Okay. Mods are quick. Yeah, it's because it's an auto mod. First time I've seen you. I don't usually watch YouTube lives. Well, welcome in. Glad you're here. Maybe you're queer. Hopefully you're queer. Yeah. Um, yeah. Can you do a shoe reveal? I'm not wearing shoes. I'm inside. Um. So yeah. Are you pregnant? No. No. Um. Oli, you're my favorite femboy. I'm not a femboy. I'm a trans woman. Dudes can't get pregnant. Yes, guys. I know I can't get pregnant. I know that. I know that. I'm making a joke because earlier a chatter in my chat said I look pregnant, and I was like, huh? The fuck you mean I look pregnant? Telling someone they look pregnant is just like, how does someone look pregnant? I guess if they're pregnant, but like, how the fuck does someone look? I'm still thinking about that. I don't know why that's resonating in my like head so much. Are you using a filter? Not using a filter. touch my face, okay? It's pretty much not a filter. Yeah. Trans, yes. Trumper, no. Pregnant women for JD Vance. Yeah. Yeah. No, it isn't. Yeah, you got me feeling extra woke today. Thank you! Let's go! Let's go! I do be I do be feeling woke today. I do be feeling extra woke and transgender. Thank you. Thank you. I also feel. Thank you, Laz. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Laz or Les? I feel like I always say it wrong. My dyslexic ass can't read it right. My dyslexic ass can't read or write. That is actually true. Yeah, I went to a speech therapist till I was in like 7th grade. And I still can't read a book all the way through. I can listen to an audiobook. I love being woke. Honestly, being woke is kind of real. Being woke is awesome because, like, what do you mean? I can, like, get an abortion and then I can go to my local coffee shop and then I can, like, go get, like, I don't know, like, have gay sex. And then I can, like, I don't know, like, go to, like, I don't know, gay stuff, woke stuff. And then I can do it all again. I get like 5 abortions every month. I'm abortion max. I might be a trans woman, but I always love getting abortions. Okay, I just go to Planned Parenthood just for the fun of it. I'm just like, yo, Planned Parenthood, hook me up with an abortion today. Let's abortion max that. Gay stuff. Thank you. I try. Yeah. I also love hating Donald Trump. I love having Trump derangement syndrome. It's awesome. Okay? Because hating Donald Trump makes all the most annoying people in the world mad, and that's kind of fun. So, but yeah. My woke day usually starts out, I wake up, I take my hormones. Then I go get a boy abortion. I go get a boy abortion at Planned Parenthood. Then I go get me a woke oat milk vegan latte from my local queer polycule co fuck what's it called when they run a business but it's like everyone gets the profit. I'm blanking on it, but yeah, I go there and then I go to the grocery store and I get my extra woke vegan vegetables that were made with no animal products involved. And then a cooperative. Yeah, I go to my coffee cooperative, and then I go to my grocery store cooperative, and then I go have gay sex with my queer polycule, which your mom is a part of, by the way. Your mom's a part of that. and then we have fun, and then I get on here and I stream and I spread the woke agenda. I talk about getting vaccines. Oh, I do get like my daily vaccines, you know. I do get my daily vaccines. Measles, flu, COVID, Tdap, HPV. Okay, you name it, I get the vaccine. Okay? And I also go to college. Well, I graduated from college, but I graduated from college, but I'm back in college to get a gender studies degree. And that way, oh yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like LAFMO, Infinity Gauntlet of Woke. Yeah. And then I go online. I go onto Blue Sky. I don't use Twitter. I go onto Blue Sky, and then I shame people who aren't as woke as me. I say you're not as woke as me, and that pisses me off. I say, how dare you not be as woke as me? Honestly, how dare you not be as woke as me? I also every single morning, I also forgot to mention, every single morning, when I wake up, I acknowledge the stolen land that I'm on. Yeah. So that's like what I do. And then I also go to all my local DSA meetings. Um, okay, I don't go to all my DSA meetings, but I do follow the local DSA and I do donate to the DSA candidates. I guess I'm woke or whatever. um, yeah, so, yeah. What do you think about ice? I don't really like ice in my drink, and I definitely don't like ice on the streets. Because they kill people, and then there's like no one holding them accountable because they're a federal agency, um, and I think like forcibly deporting people is fucked up and wrong. I think that like the issue with immigration, right? This is my thoughts on immigration, right? Immigration is a documentation problem, right? Like if we have illegal immigrants, it's because we're not documenting them, and or because we've made the court systems such a bitch to go through that people don't keep up with their documents. And the people that do keep up with their documents are the ones that end up getting deported or snatched at court or like whatever. So, yeah. I actually want there to be more immigrants because I feel like America is built on immigration and immigrants, and it's what makes this country great. Um, it's also why America is the best at sports. Okay, you look at American sports teams. Okay, we got the most diverse sports teams, and that's why we're the best at every single sport. That's why we always are like the best at the Olympics. It's because we have diversity. Okay, diversity is a good thing. Okay. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Yeah. We got knocked out by Belgium. Yeah, our men's soccer team sucks. Our women's soccer team, our women's soccer team is boss. Our women's soccer team is boss. And at the Olympics, the U.S. does kind of crush. Um, have you ever watched the Olympics? Yeah, America's awesome at them. Do you have a master's in gender studies? I was making that up. My I don't have a master's degree. I don't think I'll ever go back to college. I already have I have a undergrad. My undergrad is in media studies and film and TV. So that's like me. Go Spain for World Cup. Yeah, Spain's like the least evil team in the World Cup right now. Because what you have Argentina, England, Spain, and then what's the other team? It's like France, right? Yeah, Spain's like the least evil, I think. College is a scam. I don't think college is a scam. I think it depends on what you study in college, right? And I think what college you go to depends whether or not it's a scam, right? If you go to a private university that's charging you $50,000 a year, yeah, that's a scam. If you go to a public in-state school and you're paying $5,000 a semester, $10,000 a semester, that ain't a scam. Okay, if you, I think there's a discussion to be had on whether you should go to college right out of high school. I think we force a lot of kids right out of high school to go into college, and I don't think that's always the best choice for them. Um, but in terms of like my college education, right? For my entire college education, it was $42,000, which is a lot of money, but across 4.5 years, it's not that bad. Um, Pretty much, I was spending like 5,000 a semester, is what it averages out to. Um, but for that, for going to college, yes, I got a degree in media studies in film and television. And all the skills that I learned from going to school for media studies, I use every single day in my job, which is a form of media. I went to school for media. I think people often too think that if you go to college, you should go for like a job you want. which I don't think that's necessarily why you should go to college. Like, if you go to college, you're not guaranteed a job in the field that you studied in, right? But, but you can still learn a lot from college. And I think college, learning more is never a bad thing. Learning more and educating yourself more is never a bad thing, right? Whether it's an undergrad, grad school, master's degree, like whatever it is, like like associate's degree, like trade school, like getting a higher education, learning more about a particular subject or skill is good for you. It's good to learn more. Knowledge is a good thing. Um, yeah. So, but I think like I think a lot of people say college is a scam because a lot of people do go to college and they maybe don't get a job that's in their field they went to college for. Um, but like they probably wouldn't the job they got, maybe it's a little bit better than if they didn't go to college, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with going to college. I think there's a smart way to go to college and a dumb way to go to college. If you're going to a private out of state university that's charging you an arm and a leg, yeah, I think you're kind of dumb. You're spending a bunch of money for effectively a title, right? Once you've been working in the workforce for more than like 3 or 5 years, no one cares what college you went to unless it's an Ivy League school or unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, right? Like, like unless you have in like a graduate degree, no one cares. Like, unless you have like a graduate, like a master's or like a law degree or like a doctorate, no one cares what fucking school you went to. If you're going for an undergrad, no one cares what school you went to, okay? Like no one really cares, right? Or like fields other than engineering. But even engineering, it depends what you're engineering, right? Like engineers build all kinds of things. But like if you go to undergrad for right, like if you go to undergrad for business or like accounting, no one's gonna give a shit what college you went to for business or accounting. Okay, even if it's the best business school in the country, no one cares. What employers care about is can you do the job? Can you do it well? Sure, maybe going to a nicer college might get you like a slightly better job out of college, like your first year out of college, but if you can't do the job, you aren't gonna work your way up, right? If you don't know how to like maneuver and climb the like career ladder, you're not gonna get up there. Yeah, so that's just the truth. But college is good if you can learn in the typical way. I don't think that's true. Because for me, like high school, I struggled in high school. I was, I was, the only subject I was not getting C's in was like history. History and like my like Adobe classes were the only classes I was like getting A's in, right? The only classes I was doing well in. Every single other class that I was in, I was getting either like very low B's or like C's, okay? Which isn't bad, right? Still passing, but I had a higher GPA in college than I did in high school. Because I think high school, a lot of the like tests and quizzes and like asking you like your knowledge was a lot of like test taking, right? But then I got to college, and college is a lot of write an essay, explain your thought, your thinking, back it up with like facts or other sources, like explain your reasoning, explain your thinking, like write it out in a cohesive, coherent manner, which I'm good at doing that. Or presentations, which I'm good at doing presentations. I mean, you can tell by me streaming. I sit in front of a stream all day and talk all day. So but yeah, I had a higher GPA in college than I did in high school. So, um, I also cared about the college. I also cared about my college classes more because I was actually learning things that I was actually interested in, and I was also paying money for it, right? Like it was my own time, and I got to also like pick which classes I took in my schedule, right? High school is like, oh, you wake up at 6 a.m. and um, yeah. Also, thank you, Neutral Panda, for the follow on Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, half the electrical engineers on my site fake their degree in a diploma mill in India, and also make less than most me gent. I don't even know what that is, but yeah, yeah. Like once you've been working for long enough, people don't care where your degree's from, right? Um, so, but I think, yeah. Yeah. I didn't graduate from high school. I didn't pass PE. Not a joke. How do you fail PE? That's kind of wild. Did you just not bring gym clothes to like dress out into? Um, but yeah. Um, yeah. Let's be honest. Your hair is really nice. Thank you. Thank you. I went to see how you wake up in the morning. I wake up like most people. I wake up. So yeah. I'm curious. Have you had any FFS? I've not had any surgeries of any kind. I haven't. I haven't. Yeah. Um, Mi gent is my people in Spanish. Ah, me gusta. ¿Dónde estás? Muy bien. Et tú? El baño. Dos cerveza, por favor. That was a pretty, yeah. Yeah, sorry to break out my natural Spanish speaking chat. Um, thank you guys. Yeah. Uh, guess I'm, guess I'm a pretty good Spanish speaker. El hablo español. uh, I went to school for film and failed, and now I'm doing right wing film critique to pay the bills. Hey, hey, I mean, you don't have to go to college either, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Tu español es mi malo es bueno. Ah, no hablo español. No hablo español. Mi hablo American. Um, Them Boronic, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Bruh. Hit the bruh. Yeah, you have a really natural feminine face. Yeah, I think it's also too I started hormones early. So, that's I think also that plays a factor in it too. Like I don't think my plates had fused when I started taking hormones. Wasn't done yet. Wasn't done yet. Yeah. Have you heard of the utopian mouse or the mouse utopian experience? Yeah. Um yeah, I have, but humans aren't mice. So, always want to support a trans creator. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I preach about wokeness and only watch Disney and superhero movies to complain about. Preach about wokeness. Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of crazy how many people have just built a career off of like complaining about whatever Disney puts out, like Marvel animated or superhero movies, and are like, it's woke. I can't believe they're putting women in this. It's like, That's what you're mad about? Cool. Like yeah. Um yeah. Um yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have English only in the Twitch chat just cuz we can only really moderate English. Like we can't moderate. We don't know what someone's saying if they're saying it in a different language. We can't moderate that. Um yeah. Um where's the soul chat? Huh? Yeah. But you gave me a shock today. How did I shock you? Was it an electrical shock? Michael Knowles complaining about how his wife breathes. Well, he is gay, so I would complain about how my wife breathed if I was a gay man married to a woman. I'd complain about that too. I was thank you, R Sullivan. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much. Always remember fascists can't make good movies. Yeah, yeah, well, they can't make good art because their ideals are inherently regressive. Um, but I guess other fascists like them, Like, I'm like, I don't know. Uh, do you speak any other languages? I speak a little bit of German. Not very much, though. Not very much, though. Not very much, though. Yeah. Yeah, Pappy the First. I do be saying that. I do be saying that, honestly. English, Spanish, very little Danish. Wie geht's? De. Yes, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Um yeah, Mike, what does communism have to do with anything? There's not a mic in chat. What's your mewing routine? Oh, I do 12 sets of bone smashing each morning. Um, one set of nasal strip when I sleep. I don't do any of that shit. It's so bone smashing stupid. That's why I do it all the time, chat. It's one of my favorite things. You say. You know what's one of my favorite things? Doing your mom. Boom! Sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm soggy. I'm soggy. I'm so soggy, bro. I'm so soggy. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. That yawn sounded kind of like when like they blow the horns in like the movies, and then like people like attack like in like medieval movies when there's like Vikings or like Scott, they always have like the horn and they're like and then they're like and then they like all run at each other and then they die and it's like, oh my god, everyone's dead. Oh my god, speaking of dying, oh my god, do you guys know what? 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 House of the Dragon tonight, guys. New House of the Dragon episode. Who's bisexual and ready to watch the hottest people ever on screen fight on dragons and kill each other? Me. I'm ready. Yeah, that's woke is when you finally wake up and realize Trump and the Republican Party suck. Yeah. Um, I guess I've always been woke. Yeah. Yeah. um. Yeah. No hate or anything. To trans or anything. I live in a community. They are. And then I. Uh. Um. But yeah. Um. Spooky paragraph. Yeah. Um. He saw your beach stream and had a heart attack over you. Who? Oh, Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham's gay though. Lindsey Graham's gay though. Lindsey Graham's gay though. Yeah. Irrelevant, but I like your hair. Thank you. Speaking of dying, how about Lindsay? Yeah, Lindsay, that's a woman's name. Bro, why you got a man with a woman? Why you a man with a woman? I'm not gonna make that. It's lame. Lame joke. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't type it. YouTube chat could learn a lot from that. YouTube chat, did you hear that? What shampoo do you use? I use Kevin Murphy shampoo and conditioner. Pappy, keep enjoying life. I won't stop. I won't stop enjoying life, okay? My haters fuel me, okay? My haters, they say, you're a man. And I say, I'm not. But thank you. Thank you for your comments. I'll take them to heart. Do you guys remember that stream that I did on April 1st where I detransitioned? That was pretty crazy. Bad mouth to Graham. Don't eat Graham. Yeah. Thinking about transitioning, should my new name be Alejandro? That's kind of a fire ass name. Yo, Lady Gaga would. If you changed your name to Alejandro, you literally Lady Gaga wrote the song about you. Alejandro. Bro, Lady Gaga wrote a song about you. Oh my god, that's crazy. Also, them Boranic, thank you for the sub. Thank you for subscribing to my Twitch channel. Thank you. Yeah. Lindsey Graham is the worst Republican senator, maybe only second to Ted Cruz. Yeah, there's also Tom Tillis, there's also Mitch McConnell, there's also every single other Republican member of the Senate. It's like there's a lot of them. Twitch it forever. Twitch, bro. That's a crazy name. You're on Twitch and you got the name Twitch it forever. That's actually kind of baller. It's actually kind of account created 4 minutes ago. Are they gonna say good or bad things? This is interesting. Thomas Massey's the only decent one. Yes and no. Thomas Massey will be like, yeah, release the Epstein files, but then he's also like, yeah, I will go with everything else the Republicans are doing. So I will take away people's rights. Yippee! Are you happier now that I've transitioned? Yes, 1000%. So yeah. You smell funny. I don't smell funny. Yeah. I don't smell funny. I don't smell funny. I don't smell funny, chat. I actually smell... You guys want to know what I smell like? Okay, hold up. Let me show you guys what I smell like. I'll show you guys what I smell like, okay? I'm about to show you guys what I smell like. This is what I smell like. I smell like Aveeno lavender moisturizer, okay? And I also smell like Amazing Grace bergamot. This is what I smell like, chat. I smell like a combination of these two things. God, it smells so good. Wow, chat. Wow, now my room's gonna smell like me. Yeah. So, I smell like lavender and bergamot. So that's what I smell like, chat. Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that swag? So I do smell good. I smell good, okay? For someone who only showers like once a year, I smell pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Cause like women just don't smell. Like since I started estrogen, I just don't smell. Body odor, just not something I do anymore. I just don't do that. I just don't smell. I'm back, but on Twitch. Welcome, Alejandro, by the way. Alejandro. Papa, do you use Axe body spray? No. Even before I transitioned, I was not using Axe body spray. Before I transitioned, I didn't use any sort of body spray. Ew. Gross. Before I transitioned, I used like the Old Spice. I used the Old Spice deodorant. Which Old Spice does smell pretty good. Not gonna lie. Also, thank you, Ajax the Ghost. Thank you. Stay hydrated out there. I am. I got a friend that lost her smell from doing too much speed. Well, I have never snorted coke, so I will never lose my sense of smell, Chad. Old Spice smells like everyone's dad. No. Why is transitioning expensive? I mean, besides like the medical costs, there's also the whole like buying a whole new wardrobe and like buying a whole new like hair. Transitioning is a lot of money, but my dad died, lol. Damn. I'm dead, LFable. Your dad be like, I'm dead. Okay, that was kind of a fucked up joke. I'm sorry. My dad doesn't smell like Old Spice. He smells like beer and misogyny. Yikes! First time chatter. Honestly, my dad. I don't know. My dad doesn't really have his smell, unless he puts on a suit and then he smells like the cologne that he wears. I don't know what kind of cologne it is, but my mom kind of smells like hibiscus hand moisturizer because she always uses that on her hands. She smells like hibiscus a little bit. Yeah. Informed consent should be more of a thing. It is. In the US at least, you can do informed consent. Just depends on where you are and where you go. I'm crying. Laughing. Oh, I thought you were actually crying. I was like, damn. I guess I was like, kind of like if your dad was a horse, I'd be like beating a dead horse. So I'm sorry that I did. Okay, I keep doing it again. I keep doing it again. Eat drywall? Yeah, you keep spamming I eat drywall. Yeah, I don't want you eating drywall, so you're banned. You're banned. Get out of here. Also, welcome in, YouTube chatters. Welcome in. Welcome. Yeah. Imagine if they made flavored drywall. Ooh. Honestly, the texture of drywall is kind of interesting. It's like, it feels kind of like you can snap it in half. I don't know. First time chatter, but I've always been binging the TikToks. I do make TikToks too, guys. I do make TikToks too. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if you guys know that I have a TikTok page, but I do. I have a TikTok take. I have oh my god. I have it. I can't even speak. I have a TikTok page. Cotton candy in the attic. Yo, they be putting cotton candy on our walls. That is true. You know when when you break into a wall and they got the insulation. They got the tasty insulation. Ooh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I love
Park the
insulation.
bus.
TikTok. Is TikTok an internet meme? It's a social media platform. I love the cotton candy in the attic, bro. It's so tasty. It's so tasty. My landlord gets mad at me when I eat the cotton candy in the walls, but it tastes too good not to. You're gonna tell me not to eat the wall cotton candy? I'm gonna eat the wall cotton candy. You can't stop me. Quick question before I get slowed on. Curious. How did you change? Like, what made you transition? Always kind of felt like my gender was off, and then I came out, and then I started transitioning. So that's why I transitioned. Um, I don't know why people think it's like what made me transition. There wasn't like one thing that made me transition, right? Like it's not like some life event happened and I transitioned. Like um I transitioned and I how much was the surgery? I haven't had any surgery. I haven't had any surgeries. Well, that's not true. The only surgery I've ever had is getting my wisdom teeth removed. And that surgery was around $535.45. So that's the only surgery I've ever had that was my wisdom teeth getting removed. And that was like uh were you bit by a spider that made you trans? No. But I did get a lot of vaccines. My parents made sure I was vaccinated growing up, so that might be what influenced it, you know. I get you get a vaccine here, you get a vaccine there, and then eventually your vaccine here, and then eventually you turn queer. It's like, yep. Tylenol? No, that's autism. That's Tylenol causes autism, guys. You guys are thinking of something totally different. Okay? Being trans and gay, that's caused by that's caused by the vaccines. That's caused by the vaccines. Okay, that's what that is. Uh so yeah. Yeah. How about a nose job? How expensive are those? I've never had a nose job. Like, guys, I've had the same nose. Let me see. I'll pull up a photo. I have like I don't know why people don't believe me. Like I haven't had any surgeries. Like it's just how I've looked. Like I don't know what to tell you. Um yeah. Okay. I'm scrolling down like through the years. Through the years. I need to find my See guys, this was like 3 years ago. I have the same face. I mean, it's a little like softer, but that's just what estrogen do. That's just kind of what estrogen do, guys. New CVS vaccine. The vaccines here will make you queer. Yeah, they should put a warning on the vaccines. What caused me to be bi? Yeah, what caused me to be bi was when I left. Because I said I'm gonna be bisexual now, and then I quickly and promptly exited the room. Because I was like, I'm gonna be bi now, and then I left because I was bi. I was like, all right, time for me to go bi. Um, yeah. You had a nose job and jawline Okay, chatter, you are obsessed with thinking that I had like surgery. I did not. You can look back at my YouTube channel. I've posted content almost every single day for the past like 5 years since I've been transitioning. I don't know why you don't believe me. Why you're so insistent on this. It's like weird. Cuz it's like you can look at my videos. Like you can go back. You can see how my face has been the exact same, you know? Watch, I'll even post it. Oh god, I gotta scroll back so way far back for older videos. Holy moly. I gotta keep going. Holy moly, I got a lot of videos. But I've my douchebag split open. Guess I'm sorry you can't have anal sex then. I don't know what you want me to say. Born in the United States, having Latin roots, I learned one thing, that vaccines did not exist in lower Central America, especially in Venezuela and Peru. Yeah. I mean, like lower income countries don't have access to vaccines, usually because vaccines have to be refrigerated. And it's a lot harder to reach places so that or places that don't have refrigerated trucks or all that stuff. So yeah. Um yeah. Um will you go to heaven or hell? Well, I'm from heaven because I'm an angel. Yeah, I'm an angel from heaven, you know. Um didn't you have that surgery where they break your legs and they grow back? No. I'm naturally 7 foot and 12 inches tall. I didn't have I didn't have leg surgery. I do give surgeries though. I look, if you have any medical issue, you can come to my house. I'll cut you open, I'll surgically remove whatever needs to be removed and stitch you up and send you on your way, you know? But you can't sue me for like medical issues if you have any. Cuz I'm not a doctor, so like you guys can't do that to me. No bone smashing. I smash other people's bones. Look, you don't want to mess with me. You don't want to mess with me. You don't want to mess with me. I'll smash your bones. Okay. I'll smash your bones, huh? Pappy the surgeon. I am a surgeon. Yeah. Are you transgender? Yes. I am a loser. I am transgender. I guess I am a loser too. Actually, that's not true because I never lose. I'm always a winner. Why I'm still a virgin? Because I don't lose my virginity. Because I never lose. Don't know what losing is. Never done it. Never will. Okay. Um, I'll gladly come for top surgery. Yeah, yeah. I can do that. I can definitely do that. You might bleed out, but like it's cool. It's cool. I got you. I am a sturgeon. Oh my god, I love. Speaking of sturgeons, I love river monsters. Like you know the show River Monsters, like the show where Jeremy Wade just goes to different places and yeah. Comment to get the full effects of the meds. I was given lamotrigine as a doc thought I was at risk of seizure and started immediately growing boobs. Um, Yeah, I was briefly on lamotrigine and then I had an allergic reaction to it, and so I stopped. But that was because bipolar, not because transitioning. Um, so yeah, um, yeah. Uh, what did I scroll on to? Epicness, awesomeness, cool sauce, awesome sauce. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever experienced paranormal or unexplainable, like dreaming something that happens a week later? Yeah, I have. I guess I'm like a psychic or whatever, guys. I can like see ghosts. Sometimes I wonder if like people who claim to be psychic are just like slightly schizophrenic or like bipolar or something. Like, what do you mean you can see ghosts? Yeah, I see things too, but that's because I'm bipolar. Yeah, I see things too when I'm in manic episodes. I gotta go to sleep. Farewell. Take care. Take care, Alejandro. Alejandro. Yeah. If I get bottom surgery, do I regain my virginity? Yeah. But like I said, even if I got bottom surgery, like I'd still be a virgin because like I've even though I've done it, I never lose. I never lose, so like I haven't lost it. Um, you're ignoring my question. What was your question? Let's see what your question was. Let's see what your question was. Yeah, so there's a reason I didn't answer your question.
Oh my god, you donated how much money? Goddamn, you rich
Also,
as
thank you,
hell.
Jay. Thank you.
Jaden Ilby donated $25. So when is the next Bunny Beach stream?
Why do you think it's gonna be a beach stream? It's just gonna be a bunny girl stream. It's not gonna be a beach stream. I'm not gonna do a beach and bunny girl stream. Yeah, it's not a combo I'm gonna do. But I'll do the bunny stream. But that'll be when we hit the goal. That'll be when we hit the dono goal. Once you get bottom surgery, you're a bottom for life. Yeah. And like I like, being like a dom. I like being like a top sometimes. So I'm like, could I really even be a bottom, Could I really do bottom surgery? Be a bottom for the rest of my life. It's crazy. Crazy. So you like men. Yeah. I do like men. Men? I hardly know her. More like I hardly know him. And if they're non-binary, I hardly know them. So we always do I hardly know her, but what about I hardly know him? I hardly know them. There's a lot of potential there. A lot of potential there. When did it all go wrong? This is a good question. I farted. Thank you for writing that in all caps. I appreciate that message. I really appreciate you telling us that you farted. I'm glad that my chatters have functioning bowel movements. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hopefully it was loud. Hopefully it was loud and stinky. Hopefully you cut the cheese and you let it rip and it was like, Ew, good
Oh
Lord,
my god, you donated how
I was
much
thinking
money?
Wasted Hobo for
Goddamn,
the
you rich as hell.
Thank you.
Wasted Zero Bow donated $25.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all both, Wasted Hobo and Jay, for the $25. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all. I hardly know. Oh my god. Yeah, they give us punch cards and the fifth one's free. You know what I miss? I miss when restaurants used to give you punch cards. Bro, restaurants used to give you punch cards and then you get a free meal. They don't do punch cards no more. Now they do rewards programs so they can send you like 20 million fucking annoying ass emails. Like, oh, we have a buy one get one free deal that only lasts from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. You have to come in now to get it. I don't care. Give me punch cards back. Please. Oh, but then what if we punch it out? I don't care. Bring back punch cards. You know what they took away during COVID and they have not brought back? Mints at restaurants. It used to be any restaurant you would go to before COVID had mints. They had mints like at the host stand, or they would give you like mints when they brought you the check. Restaurants don't even bring you mints anymore. Because they cut it out during COVID because they were like, we don't want everyone reaching into a bowl. and grabbing mints. And then they were like, wait, we can save like $15 a month on mints if we don't buy them. People have gotten used to not having them. Think of what they've taken from you, my people. Okay? Restaurants used to give you mints when you went out to eat. They would put it on your check, or they would put it by the door so you could grab it. No more. No more. What does an edible mean in the rewards? Like weed, like an edible gummy, like that's what that means. That is what that means. Bra X Stelly. Brax Stelly. I read that. Bra X Stelly. I wear a bra. Yo, shout out to having tits. Yo, yeah. $2.99 for a 12-pack of soda. Yeah. Now 12-pack of soda is like what? $8? $10? Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about traditional / historical integrations of trans people? I believe that Thailand has 800 years of history of how they treat trans people, and it's kind of its own category. Yeah, I mean, there's also like we do know that like Mayan and Aztec societies and indigenous Native American cultures had like Two-Spirit and like other different like gender categories, and we're more fluid about gender. And we also know that like gender practices too were like every culture views different like gender differently, right? And I think like learning about history and learning about like how different cultures view not just gender but sexuality too. Like gay sex in different parts of the world during different parts of history were deemed as okay, and like there were different rules around like same-sex practices or stuff like that. It's kind of interesting, but a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that gay people or trans people have existed, but you know that's the history. Yeah. From YouTube to RedTube. Nope. I'll stay on YouTube. Thank you very much. I bet your parents are not proud of you at all. They are proud of me though. So, yeah, I bet your parents aren't proud of you though. That's rough. Your parents are probably like, damn, I hate that my child is sending their time on YouTube Shorts, leaving lame ass comments instead of actually going out and doing something interesting in the world. Yeah. Is it really too late to call your parents right now? Yeah, it's literally 9:47 their time. My mom goes to bed at like 8:30 because she wakes up because she works at a hospital, so she wakes up early in the morning. So my dad might be awake, but my mom's definitely asleep right now. Yeah, my parents go to bed early. Okay, I'm gonna start using your grow a pair response for real though. Yeah, yeah. You know what I've been thinking about too? Like, we always tell men to grow a pair, but honestly, men weren't the guys who like grew testicles, right? Like, if you're born a guy, your mom grew your balls for you. You know? Your mom was the one who said, all right, I'm gonna cook you in my uterus for 9 months. And you're gonna grow a pair of balls. Okay? All you did was drop your balls. Okay? So really, women are the ones that grow a pair. Both a pair of tits and a pair of balls. If they have a like boy, like a male, like child. So, truth nuke, honestly. We always talk about men growing a pair, but women can grow a pair. They just have to get pregnant and have a male like kid. They just have to have a boy. And then they grow a pair of balls. And they also grew a pair of tits. So women are really the one that grow a pair. So Technically they can grow more than 2 like men. Yeah, true. There are women that be having like 8 kids. That's like 16 balls.
Girl power.
I know, girl, but thank you for the girl power, YouTube chatter. Perfectly timed, by the way. Perfectly timed. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Shout out to women. Yo, shout out to women. Shout out to our moms for being goated. Okay, goated with the sauce. Okay, shout out to my mom. Shout out to your mom. Okay, shout out to everyone's mom in here. Okay. If you're in this chat, text your mom right now. Say, thanks, Mom. Thanks for carrying my dumbass around for 9 months and then raising me. You know, thank you, Mom. Y'all make sure to thank your mom tonight, okay? If you don't, how do women pee? Pee is also stored in the ovaries. Pee is stored in the balls and ovaries, June. That's yeah, that's like, she's gonna think I'm suicide. No, that's bad. Do you think there's an inherent difference between men and women? I mean, there's inherent differences between every individual, right? Some people are more muscular, some people are more skinny, some people are more fat, some people are more have darker melanin, some people I don't think it's like I don't think it's like groups of men and women are that like different, or that like I think a lot of the differences around like men and women is very much like some of it is cultural, but obviously like some of it is like different body parts, different like body functions, but yeah. I think gender and sex are much more complicated than people like to make it out to be, you know? I thought it was stored in the boobs. No, that's milk. That's milk. That's what boobs are. It's all milk. Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy if it was. Could you imagine if it was? My mom's in the ICU praying for my mom. Yo, shout out to your mom. Hopefully your mom's doing okay. Hopefully your mom makes it through. Random chatter. I'm rooting for your mom. I'm rooting for your mom right now. Your mom's gonna make it. Happy, do you like those never-ending compliments about your looks? Be honest. I'm kind of like whatever to them, you know? I don't know. Because it feels like, I don't know, it feels a little bit like simp behavior, kind of. It's like, okay, yeah, I know I look good. I know I look hot. What else? Yeah. What I don't like is when people post their comments, copy and paste it, and post it multiple times in chat. That's annoying. Okay? That's just spam, okay? Just because I didn't read your question the first time, it's either because I didn't see it or I didn't want to read it. Anything about that one? The TikTok comments are unhinged about that. No, I'm reading YouTube chat, not TikTok comments. Yeah, but yeah. What are you? My pronouns are badass, and my name is motherfucker. So, badass motherfucker is what you can call me, okay? No, I meant simping about you. Yeah. TikTok's comment moderation fucking sucks. Okay? Like, honestly, on every single TikTok post, it's so annoying now. Let me guys just like open my TikTok. Every single TikTok. Oh, I opened Instagram instead. Every single TikTok that I post now. Okay, let it load. Okay, every single TikTok that I post now. Okay, there's like comments. Like the comments that get through are the ones that are praising me or are saying nothing at all. And then it says community flagged comments. And then you click the community flagged comments. And it's where all the comments that are actually saying something interesting are actually saying something like constructive, or that they actually interesting, right? And there's no way for me to unhide the flagged comments. Like, Instagram hides comments and so does YouTube, but I can unhide them. Okay? TikTok won't let me unhide the comments, and it's annoying as fuck. Because it also, like, limits your comment count. Because, like, the flagged comments don't count as, like, an actual comment. So it makes your your viewer interaction lower. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah. But, I'm just talking about struggles of being a hard working content creator. TikTok is controlled by our GRE. I don't even know what our GRE is, but TikTok is owned, in the US at least, is owned mostly and controlled by Oracle, which they're buddy with Trump and the Trump administration. So, yeah, it probably explains why. Yeah. TikTok is controlled by one of our greatest allies. I wouldn't say that per se, but yeah, I don't know. TikTok has gotten a little better. They've made TikTok, I feel like, when Oracle first bought it, made some changes that really sucked as a creator. And now they're getting a little better. Like, they added like suggested like tags, and that actually is like a big improvement. But like the fact that like you can't unhide flagged comments on TikTok is annoying. Because I feel like the thing with TikTok is TikTok just doesn't give me the freedom as a creator to really like if they don't give me as many moderation tools, or like as many tools to actually build the audience I want, right? Where I feel like Instagram and YouTube, like Meta products and YouTube, very much give me the tools to do that, right? So what are your opinions on the whole global situation? Yeah. Also, Oracle fired my dad, so Oracle sucks. All my homies hate Oracle, okay? Do you like Webtoon? I do like Webtoon. I can tell you what I've been reading right now on Webtoon. Hold up. Pulling up my Webtoon reading list. Pulling up what I've been reading on Webtoon. See, I've been a long time Webtoon user. I've been using Webtoon for like the past 4 or 5 years at this point. But yeah. Honestly, to be honest, I start stuff on Webtoon and then I go over to other sites. Because they usually are like 2 to 3 chapters ahead if you go to like the pirated, like fan translated sites. Yeah. You should stream on Facebook Reels. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. One of the reasons why I like streaming on YouTube is YouTube pays me out good, and also too, when I stream on YouTube, it also goes up as a video afterwards, and I like that. So, also thank you, LoveZD. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. The global situation is insane. Yeah. Oh my god. You guys hear about the... Oh my god. Twitch drama. Oh my god. Wow. That chat would be diabolical. Honestly, YouTube chat's not great, but I feel like Facebook chat, if I went live on Facebook, that would be a little worse. But I don't know how much Facebook would like how many people would view my content on Facebook. So, yeah. Yeah. Do you use ad blockers to prevent pop-ups from those manga sites? Yes, I do. I do that because otherwise I'd just be getting like it'd be unreadable with all the pop-up ads. But yes, I do use an ad blocker. I'm not gonna tell you which ad blocker, but use an ad blocker. A global situation, 100% has no clue. I do know about global politics. I just don't really want to spend stream talking about global politics. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about Iran and Israel and China and India and Ukraine and Russia and Sudan and Cuba and I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about a bunch of global issues. I just don't really want to talk about a bunch of global issues. Because then I talk about a bunch of global issues and then people come in and they're like, yeah, Trump's the best. And I'm like, oh my god, bro, shut up. Yeah, Greenland. Yeah, Greenland's gonna be a part of America. That's something I agree with Trump on. We should annex Greenland. No. I think it would be kind of useless to annex Greenland. But we could do it. Maybe. I don't know. Off topic of your hair. Off topic. I'm so jealous of your hair. You look stunning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When I use Webtoon, I've fucking been like, I binged them in like 10 seconds and then I'm sad afterwards because I ran out of BL and GL to read. I don't read BL. I read a lot of GL and straight stuff. I also read a lot of action stuff too. So yeah, I do read like isekai, isekai like slop. Okay? Me do like the isekai slop. Oh my god, I woke up in a video game and I'm the villain and I'm doing gay stuff and eating booty hole, you know, like holy shit, we look alike. Do we? That's cool, I guess. Yeah. Do you know Stray Kids, like the band? Like the K-pop group? I know of them. Do I listen to them? No. But I do know of them. Pappy, what's your type of man? Over 7 feet tall. Bald. And 700 pounds. That's my type. That's my type. Very specific type. And has glasses. I wanted to do the same haircut and earrings. Type of haircut I have is just a middle part with curtain bangs. Pretty simple. Pretty simple haircut. Yeah. My type is your type is Warhammer 40k Space Marines. No. I don't understand Warhammer. Like what is it? Like I see people paint the figures and stuff, but I'm like, is that all it is? Like what? But then I see like video games and I'm like, wait, so is it like a video game series? Like I'm confused. What is Warhammer? Like I don't know what it is. I don't do you use any cosmetics? You have a nice soft glow. Right now I have blush on, I have mascara on, and then I have a little bit of like lip on. Yeah. Warhammer 40k is a mental illness. I don't know. Yeah. It's got books and games, and it started with a tabletop war sim. But it's got heaps of spin-offs. That sounds like too much. That sounds like, how do you keep up with that? How in the world does someone keep up with that? I guess a bit of the tism. Maybe that's why a lot of the Warhammer fans are tism. Fucking ad break. Look, you can complain about ad breaks, but you know how you guys can get rid of ad breaks? You can subscribe with Twitch or with Twitch Prime and get an ad-free viewing experience. What? No way. I just played one of the games. I got brain rotted by the 40k lore YouTube shorts. That's like a category. Crazy. It's like how my I had a coworker who like when it was really slow and he was like slicing meats, he would watch like Magic the Gathering lore videos. And I'm like, what do you mean there's Magic the Gathering lore videos? And I'm like, yeah, he was like, yeah, there's channels that their whole job is just talking about the Magic the Gathering lore. I was like, I didn't even know Magic the Gathering had lore. I just thought it was a card game. Like, I just thought Magic the Gathering was just like a card game that you played. But no, there's like lore to it. I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, you know? Like Pokemon doesn't really have lore. It's just like you play the card game, you know? Do you take hormones for your transition? Yes. I am on estrogen, testosterone blockers, and progesterone. So, yes. Today I was thinking, what if, you broke a bone and our bodies didn't heal, like we just had to deal with it for the rest of our life? Then I'd be fucked. I'd have broken fingers, broken toes, and a broken hand. So I'd be kind of fucked if that was the case. Pappy the Gathering. Yeah, my favorite game is to, like, throw Magic the Gathering cards in the air and then be like, let's play Magic the Gathering. You know, because it's like, you have to gather all the cards. Progesterone, more like Poggesterone. It is kind of based and awesome. So, I followed you on Instagram. Thank you. Thank you. Mick Borg. Mick Bogue. Oh, I misread that. Are you tran? I don't know. Am I a tran? Choop choo. Am I a tram? I'm trans. So like, you gonna pay for my HRT? No. You gotta pay for your. I'm not paying for your HRT. I pay for my HRT. You gotta pay for your HRT, Chad. I'm not paying for your HRT. Okay, I gotta cover myself. I gotta cover myself first. Would you move to another country for the love of your life? Depends which country, and depends if we're already in a relationship. Can I borrow like $50, guys? I'm not gonna give you guys $50. I'm not gonna give you guys $50. I'm giving everyone $100. That's right. If you're watching this, if you're in chat right now, everyone, I will Venmo you $100. Okay. All you have to do is just put your credit card info, okay, in chat, write out your credit card info, and then put your last name, first name, CV, and PIN number, and I will send you $100. I'll send you $100, but you have to do that, chat. I'll send everyone in here $100, but you have to first give me your credit card info. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Yeah. So yeah. Do you like Marvel? I don't really care about Marvel stuff, no. I don't know. After like in-game, I'm like, I don't care about Marvel stuff. I don't really care. What? No, I know. Crazy. Are you from Israel? No, I'm from Antarctica, chatter. Born and raised in Antarctica. If you like Magic, you should give Hearthstone a try. I don't like Magic. I've never even played Magic. When I was talking about Magic, I was talking about how I had a coworker that was really into Magic. I don't understand Magic. I don't get it. I don't know. I used to play Pokemon growing up, like the Pokemon TCG. Like, I actually used to go to like card shops and play like the Pokemon TCG. But I don't know, like card games don't have much appeal to me as an adult, because I'm like, what do you mean I'd have to spend $100 on a booster pack? Okay, let's not put our actual. I don't know if that was real. Oh, why the fuck can I not? Yeah, thank you. Keck W, yeah. Yeah, it was fake LAFMO, yeah. But we never know. We never know. Your name is Blue Powerade 420. Honestly, I could go for some 420 and a Blue Powerade right now. That sounds pretty awesome. Why is the Blue Powerade the best flavor though? Like usually I go for a Gatorade before I go for a Powerade. But if I do drink Powerade, it's always the blue one. Why are the blue like rehydration drinks always the best ones? Like blue Gatorade, blue Powerade. Like why are they always the best? Why does blue taste the best? I love the trans flag in your profile. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I just like if you want to learn magic, oh sorry, I deleted that comment so well. If you want to learn magic, the Arena app is free and teaches you. Yeah, I don't really want to learn magic though. I don't want to learn magic. Blue, boring. It's the green. Nah. Yo, Powerade and vitamin. The blue flavor, if you get like a drink, if you get like a beverage, the blue beverage always the best one. Like why is that? Does blue food dye just taste the best? Maybe, who knows? I love the creeper. Can you show us? I'll show you guys the creeper. Creeper! Aw, man. Yeah. Sitting here with my creeper. Creeper. Aw, man. Yeah, see, you guys would see a creeper and you would run. I see a creeper and I am the danger. Notice how the creeper is not exploding? That's because I'm actually a goddess. And I'm in creative mode. Did you guys ever think about that? Because, like, creepers only explode if you're in survival. And, like, clearly I'm in creative. Because otherwise, how would I be able to hold the creeper? Yeah. So, obviously, why do you always only show your upper body? Are you insecure about your lower body? No, it's just the camera angle. I stand up all the time on stream. I have a fit reveal. I don't show my lower body on stream because, like, that's literally... Like, if I were to show my lower body on stream, right, I'd be streaming like this. That would not be a fun stream to watch. You want to watch that? No. You know, like, I'd have to be like, hey, guys. I know. People want to see your face when you're streaming, okay? That's why I show my face. That's why the stream is focused on my, like, my upper body, okay? Not because I'm insecure about my lower body. I like my lower body except for one member. But other than that, like, I kind of got a nice ass. So, not gonna lie. My FFS came out great. That's great to hear, Lightning. I want a BBL now. I don't know, BBLs are risky. I would just say if you're gonna get a BBL, make sure your surgeon is really good, though. Because, like, if a surgeon fucks up a BBL, it can, like, clog your artery and go straight to your heart and, like, kill you. It also is, like, the surgery that gets most infected easily. Like, research, like, who you get a BBL from. Like if you're gonna get a BBL. You need to vet. Yeah, you need to vet who you're getting a BBL from. BBLs are a little scary. I'm trying to save up money for a BBL, but Pappy won't lend me any money. Alright, guys, I'm not gonna lend you money to get a BBL, okay? A BBL is not essential. Yeah, BBL not needed. Yeah, see, guys, like, look, look, I can understand why you guys like maybe want a BBL, but like let me show you guys this clip from like literally like what was this, like a month or two ago? Yeah. Are we sure? Yeah, like see, like people are like, "Oh, Pappy, like you should get a BBL." That's my ass. That's what I look like. Why would I like I got a BBL. Like I'm already like thick. I'm already thick, guys. I got cake, okay? Okay, call me a birthday cake, because not only do I got cake, but I also got a candle. Yeah, so yeah. How about that? How about that? How about that? Yeah. Marry me? Yeah, I know. You guys don't know how to react around a woman with a fat dumpy, with a big fat round dumpy, a big fat round bootylicious booty, a big bootylicious booty, a big bootylicious booty. I love me a big bootylicious booty, baby. What's a BBL? Brazilian butt lift. It's it's pretty much they take fat from your stomach and then they inject it into your butt, and it gives you a fatter ass. Yeah. So yeah, that's what a BBL is, chatter. Fake as hell. I can't believe you guys are calling it fake. It's real. I was blessed with a natural bakery. Yes, yeah. Glad some of my chatters also be busting it down. Got a cake, got a full bakery, got a back door with a big patio, a caboose, a big caboose in the back, a cushion, seat chair, cheeks, buns, you name it. So you're full of pecan pie. Yes, I am full of nut. If that's what you're trying to say, evil. This is who kissed Clav? No, guys, I am Clav. You guys are like, oh, you look like Clav. Yeah, I am Clav. I am actually Clav. Yeah. Bro, me and Clav have never been live at the same time. Because I'm literally Clav. Yeah. Caked up. Yeah. So yeah. Caked up. Thank you. Thank you. Trunk full of junk. Yeah, trunk full of junk. Caked up. Bricked up. Who bricked up right now? No, actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know if you're bricked up right now. Okay? Okay, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Renamed Clav because he got clapped because of that huge BBL, actually. Yeah. Honestly, what's kind of crazy to me about Clav is, like, as a looks maxer, right? He's focused so much on his appearance, but he dresses like a dork. Like, bro, you're so good, focused so much on your appearance, but you dress like a loser. Like, here's the thing. I would believe, like, Clav, like, looks maxing, like, I'd believe it more if he actually, like, dressed nicer. If he actually dressed better. But, like, when he does dress nice, he has suits that doesn't fit. Okay? He has, like, shorts that, like, are way too, like, they show off his skinny ass legs that he don't be going for the leg day. Also, thank you, Seps, for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Can't even hide the bro in your personality. Yeah, I am who I am, okay? I'm here and I'm queer and I have no fear. And I also don't drink beer. Yeah. True, he dresses like a 9-year-old. I know. He dresses like his mom dresses him. I'm like, that's what I don't get. Looks maxers are so focused on their face and their body, that they forget that half of your appearance is like what you wear on your body. Like, if you're a looks maxer, why are you not going to the tailor? Okay, you want to talk about looks maxing? Go to a tailor, bro. Go to a tailor to get the clothes fitted to you perfectly, so you can look sharp, so you can look beautiful, so you can look amazing. Okay, because like I think a lot of people are like, oh, celebrities look so good in like clothes, or so good in fashion. It's because they pay for a tailor, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. Okay. Because everyone's body is so different. If you buy a piece of clothing and you learn to tailor it yourself, or you go to a tailor and get it tailored to like your body, it's gonna look so much better. Okay? And that doesn't mean it has to be like tight on you, right? It just has to be like the right length and size on your body. So, um, if you want clothes to look really, really nice, go to a tailor. So yeah. Yeah. So pretty wins our date. Never. I'd do if I had the tools, yeah. I mean, celebs don't buy off the rack. Depends on the celebrity. Some do. But you can buy a piece of clothing off the rack that you like the style of, and then have it tailored to fit you better. You can do that if it's a good piece of clothing. If it's made with like high quality materials, they can usually cut into it and resize it. This isn't like made up. This is like actual fashion tips that I'm giving you guys. Pappy, show us what you have now. What do you mean? Like, show you, but like my outfit, or like what? Bro, you have a really sharp jawline. Thank you. Yeah. Instead of using a knife to cut stuff with, I actually use my jawline. Believe it or not, I actually just like it's kind of crazy to chop onions. I just go ba 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 ba, and I chop the onion. Like, makes me cry though. So, yeah. And for the straight saying that Pappy's not a real woman, why? Yeah, and yet here. You are true, true. Yeah. If you have some shoes, if you have shoes, what shoes are you usually wearing? The shoes I probably wear the most are skate shoes, because I skateboard a lot. But I mostly wear my Adidas if I go somewhere. But I also have a pair of like heeled boots that I wear a lot. Yeah. Back to YouTube, LOL. Why are you going back to YouTube? That's rough. You're gonna go back to YouTube? Ew. Ew, bro. Yeah, so you mean celebrities don't buy off the oh yeah. But yeah. He wants bad words a lot. What are you talking about?
Girl power.
I was thanking for the girl power. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. What are my pronouns? My pronouns are she, her, as in she, her in the stream right now, isn't she? So, awesome and cool and swagalicious and swag awesome and awesome swag and awesome cool stuff. So welcome in. What time is it? For me it is 7:24. 24. Reverse the two numbers. 420. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. Can you guys believe that 420 exists? Oh my god. Bro, what if 420? Caitlyn Jenner in 40 years. Well, I'm not like Caitlyn Jenner. I've never killed anyone in a car crash. So, yeah. You are drop dead gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you happy in this new body? Yeah. Transitioning's the best choice I ever made. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I love being able to live my life and not having crippling depression anymore. I only deal with periodic depression now. But which is way better than dealing with crippling depression where I couldn't get out of bed and couldn't eat and couldn't take care of myself. Wow! Wow. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah. 420 blaze it. Yeah. You literally have 420 in your name. Are you okay? Yo, that's like a Michael Jackson song. Michael Jackson says that in a song. He says, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You've been hit by a smooth criminal." Wow, guys. You might say to that. Okay, that was a voice crack. You look like white moldy bread. Interesting hate comment. But swag, I guess. Yeah. Caitlyn Jenner killed someone in a car crash? Yes, she did. And she did it after she transitioned, bro. She really proven that. And women are bad at driving, guys. She really sent us back decades, guys. True, it's stupid. I don't even, smoke that. Yeah. 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 I'm currently, I currently have crippling depression. Glad you found some peace. Yeah. Yeah. You look like a real girl, because I am a woman. So. Oh my god, you look like a woman! I can't believe you look like a woman! Yeah. Kind of the whole reason that I transition. It's kind of like the whole reason I did that. It's kind of like why I did that. Yeah. Absent father is the cause. My father's not absent. He's been very present in my life. My parents have been married for 33 years. They're still together. So, you're beautiful, girl. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. Hyperactive official. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What about dancing, Pappy? I'm not a good dancer. I cannot dance, okay? Not very good at dancing. Not very good at dancing. Yeah. So, yeah. Don't listen to the haters. You're gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I read the haters' comments. They don't really get to me, though. You know? Honestly, the hate comments that get to me, or like the hate comments that I like think about, are not the ones that are like, you're a man, or like whatever, because I'm like, I know who I am. I'm like, right, those don't affect me. The hate comments are the ones that are like, a paragraph long and are like so oddly specific and so hard to like understand what they're trying to say. They like talk in like cryptic languages. Like I still think about this one that was like they were like saying something that I was like part of like the secret elite like Jewish like Satanist cabal that was trying to like turn the world transgender. I was like, they sent like a 2 paragraph long message. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you even talking? I was like, what? Like, I'm lost. Like what? And they were like, I know it's like a crazy hate comment when they have like a term for trans people that I, as a trans person, have never heard. Right? Like whenever like I hear like every now and then I'll get a hate comment that's like they'll be calling me something that's like in reference to like trans people that like I, as a trans person who creates content for a living and like gets hate and like shit on a daily basis, right? Um that are like I don't even know what they are talking about. I'm like, what or like it's like they like will bring up trans terms that I'm like, huh? Like what are you talking about? Like what are you like, huh? Do you live in reality? Like what? It's like it's not even like it's just like what are you talking about? Like not like even spiritual stuff. It'll be like they'll like it's like something, and then I look it up and it's like some like 4chan slur for like trans people. Like I had someone call me like a hunt. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I looked it up and it's like I was like, what the fuck is that, bro? Get outside. Touch grass. Touch grass. Like, yeah. But it's kind of like, what do you mean? I'm confused. They sound paranoid. Yeah, some of the hate commenters are kind of are kind of like wild. What is the meaning of life for you? I think the meaning of life is whatever you make it out to be. I don't think there really has to be a meaning of life for you to enjoy living life, right? I think to each their own, right? Some people, the meaning of life for them is like, I don't know, like having kids or like being religious or whatever, you know? I'm like whatever you think the meaning of life is, that's awesome. Like you do that. I don't really think there is a meaning to life. I don't think there really has to be a meaning to life. I'm not like a nihilist, but I do think it's like wise why dwell on like the point of like what is the meaning of life? I'm like, does the meaning of life really change how I would live my life? I don't really think so. I guess like a moral reason, but I don't know, just like I just try to be a good person. I don't really have like a meaning of life, I guess. Yeah. I never understood why people care so much about other people's lives. Um, I think it's a mix of things. I think people that like leave hate comments or are like annoying in other people's comment sections, I think it comes from a place of like insecurity about either their own identity or they're like lashing out at the world, right? Like people who have time to leave hate comments on posts don't have anything going on in their life, right? Like if you have time to like leave a hate comment on someone's post, because you have the time in the day to do it, right? Like people who are happy and like functioning and like going about their life don't spend time leaving hate comments. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They just live their life to the fullest, right? Like if you're truly happy, you don't try to drag other people down, right? Like you try to just do what like works for you. Do your parents get angry when you switch? No, my parents are supportive of me. So, yeah. Are you in Seattle? No. I feel like if I lived in Seattle, I would get seasonal depression because it rains so much in the winter. I'd be sad. I'd be like, it's so cloudy and sad. No. I live in a sunny area that's like 70 degrees year round. So, it's like a few places on the map and only a few places in the US that are like that. So, and that's woke. Gay. So yeah. But yeah. Uh um yeah. Have you heard of a special place called Hell? Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna go there, bro. Trust me. In like 60 years, I'm gonna visit Hell. That's like dream vacation for me. What do you mean I get to go to a place with a bunch of other gay and trans people? That sounds awesome, dude. Dream vacation. Going to Hell, dream vacation for me, honestly. Um, yeah. So I live on the moon. Thanks, Obama. Wait, do you actually live on the moon? Wait, that's actually kind of cool. Wait. Um. Uh. Low lives watching these live streams, including myself. Yo, I'm glad you have the wherewithal to include yourself. That's kind of. That's kind of awesome. I love when like a hate commenters like has the wherewithal to be like, yeah, look at all these losers watching this streamer. I'm one of those losers. Well, fun fact: according to the Pope, being gay and trans is okay. Yeah, but they won't confirm gay weddings in the Catholic Church. So technically, they're like, you can be gay and have gay thoughts, but we're not going to marry you in the church. So I don't think they would. I don't know, but yeah, the Pope more like the woke, more like the woke. Okay, more like the woke. TBH. Okay, Pope more like the woke. Okay, he gone woke, left and liberal. That's crazy. Hell sounds like a made up place. Chatter, you might be onto something. You might be onto something, Chatter. Why'd I get timed out? Probably wasn't something you said. It's just my auto mod times people out if they like have something certain that they say. Like if there's certain words that like time people out, or that you get timed out for. The Pope is gone woke. I know. The Pope is like, AI's bad. Gay people are actually okay. What's happened to the Catholic Church, guys? So you're telling me I can't even generate, AI depictions of gay people going to hell anymore? What the hell, dude? Literally, what the hell? Literally, what the hell? It's crazy. The Pope gone woke. The woke. The woke is here. The woman Pope. The woman Pope, guys. The woman Pope. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Catholic. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Catholicism is okay with it. But so it depends on the Christian group you're talking about, right? Like, there's multiple different offsects of Christianity, right? Like, the main offsects of Christianity are like Catholicism and like Orthodoxy, right? And then under those, there's like so many branches off of it, right? Then you have there's so many different versions of Christianity. So, but some like Christian groups are like, yeah, gay people, chill. Other Christian groups are like, they're going to hell. They're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn with your baby. Yeah. Yeah, the new pope is dope. Yeah. Uh yeah, so yeah. Would you consider helping Eternal what? Yeah. What's being a YouTube online internet superstar or what? That's what being an online YouTube superstar is. Yeah, getting hate comments. Yeah, if you're gonna be a content creator, you are gonna get hate comments, and you are gonna get dipshits in your chat trying to troll you. Yeah, that's kind of part of the job. It's kind of part of the job. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Also thank you, Lord King QQQQQ. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, if you guys aren't on Twitch, Twitch has the better live stream quality, the better chat, the cooler chat, the swagger chat, the epicer chat, the cooler chat, the awesomer, cooler, swagger, sexier, hotter, awesomer, cooler chat. So, my Twitch chat is pinned in the comments, so if you want to check it out, if you want to check it out, I Miss Everything. What do you mean you miss everything? Everything, everywhere, all at once. You guys know about that movie? Not the American Pope. Yeah. Do you guys ever think? Do you guys ever think the Chicago Pope? Do you guys think? Because the Pope, the current Pope, is from Chicago. Do you think he goes to like a pizza place in Rome? You know, he leaves Vatican City, walks to some pizza place, and is like, you know, he goes up. He's like, let me get a deep dish pizza. And they're like, what the fuck's a deep dish pizza? Because they're in Rome. You guys know Vatican City's the smallest country in the world? I have been to Vatican City, not to brag or anything. I hate ads. I'm missing everything. Hey, well, you know what you can do to avoid ads? You can subscribe. Yeah. So, the fuck is that? The fuck boom? Like the guy who made Skibidi Toilet. I watched all the Skibidi Toilets. I kind of like the Skibidi Toilets. Not gonna lie, Skibidi Toilet kind of based in Poggers. Okay, old Skibidi Toilet based in Poggers. New Skibidi Toilet sucks ass, bro. Skibidi Toilet got bought out. Okay, sold the rights, and now it sucks, bro. They relinquished creative control. Now it's got no sauce. It's got no sauce. It's got no sauce with it. Skibidi Toilet used to be awesome, based. It told a like self-contained story. Yeah. And now they don't do that. Yeah. Yeah. Pappy, do you know oh my god, I hate when I delete a message. Pappy, do you know the Czech Republic is in Europe? I do. I've been to Czech. I've been to the Czech Republic. I have been to Prague. I've been in Prague before. Yeah. I've been to Prague. I've crossed the bridge, like the bridge in Prague. You're lucky. Usually when LGBTQ members come out to YouTube, they get flamed, but people support you, bro. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, people flame me too, but I think it's just like I make good enough content that people stick around. So like what is a woman? What is a woman? Yes, that's interesting. Interesting. I watched the Matt Walsh documentary. What's a woman? Are you talking about like if you're talking about sex, you should be asking what is a female, okay? What is a female? What's a male? What's intersex? Sex and gender are two different things. Oftentimes people identify with the sex related to their gender that's related to their sex, but that's not even all the same. Do you know Puppy Girl XO? I do. She comes in stream from time to time. What about her? What about her, Yerba Raw? What about her? What about her? First time chatter? What'd you know about her? What'd you know about her? Yeah. Um yeah. But like yeah. But like I mean the societal role of like what a woman is, it depends on the society, right? Because like I think if you're going from like the Matt Walsh perspective of like a woman is someone with a uterus, it's like okay, yeah, sure. Like if that's what you want to believe, cool. That's not what I believe. That's not what social sciences say. That's not. And it's not even about like transgender. I like transgender and like trans stuff, right? Like what is a woman? What it means to be a woman is something that is like researched across like both like science on like on a like a social science level, right? Because if you want to talk about sex, that has to do with biology, right? Like we know that like the two most common sexes are male and female. There's people that fall in between that, whether they have different chromosomes, different hormones, different genitalia, right? Like we know it's but if you're talking about gender, right? Gender is social, right? And it how gender like how we acknowledge gender, how we socialize, how we interact with our gender in gendered spaces and everything like that is dependent on the society you're in, right? Um, and very like different cultures throughout different time periods and even throughout the world have different views of what a man is supposed to be, what a woman is supposed to be, how they are supposed to act on that, right? Um, yeah. They say biological woman as if that even like counts, right? And it's like too like right cuz like men, women like that is societal, that has to deal with social sciences, that has to deal with like gender. But then if you're talking about male, female, like that has to do with like sex. Sex and gender are not the same. Just so happens that we tend to align sex and gender with how people are treated in society. Um, but like sure, you could say I'm not female. Yeah, I'm not female. Yeah, that's a factual statement. But I am a woman, right? Like even if you're like acknowledge like right, like I'm a trans woman. That's what I am, okay? Trans is an adjective meaning from one thing to another, right? It's an adjective in front of woman. It's just like saying straight woman, gay woman, okay, lesbian woman, skinny woman, fat woman, tall woman. Like it's an adjective. It's describing a type of woman, right? Um right. And I think limiting women's experiences down to what genitalia you have or what chromosomes you have leaves a lot of different women out of the equation. Or what sort of features women have leaves a lot of women out of the equation. Um, and it's just like not a good way to go about talking about or looking at society, right? But I think a lot of people like to ask the question, what is a woman? Because they want like a yes or no answer, because they are operating from a place of they only believe like your sex and gender are intertwined, but really like sex and gender are not the same thing. They're very different. But some of y'all are not willing and or ready to actually have a serious conversation about that. So, um, and like you're entitled to your opinion, right? If you want to believe like men and women are, it's like oh like like it like woman is like, oh, vagina. It's like, cool. Believe that, sure. Like, you can have that opinion. Whatever, cool. Like, I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I'm just gonna say, like, there's more to it that I think if you actually open yourself to, like, listening to people who are different from you, that you might open your mind a bit more. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. Defined by society, so you want to societally be a woman. I mean, that is what transitioning is, right? I mean, you want to talk about transitioning, right? Like, obviously, or like transitioning, there is like transitioning on a social and medical sense, right? Like, by transitioning, right, on a social sense, you're changing how you dress, how you present, like your hair, like how you present yourself. Which I mean, I don't like to use the term changing, right? Because I don't feel like I really necessarily like sure I changed like when I transitioned, but I was just being who I really was, who I really am, you know? Um like I felt like being a guy felt more like playing a role, you know? Like the way I am now feels like natural to me. Um but um yeah. Um so but I think like transitioning, like yeah, I like socially, like social transition, yeah, I'm like changing my like appearance socially, not only because it's like what makes me feel comfortable, and what I feel like inside, right? It's matching my internal with my external, right? um and that in turn changes how people view me in the world and how people interact with me in the world, which comes with negatives and positives, right? You know, um like obviously it comes with like
Park the
different name
bus.
and pronouns, but getting catcalled on the street or like is like scary. It like it comes with negatives and positives. I was thinking for the 6-7, you sound very calm. That's very important. Yeah. Because I'm not going to get mad at someone trying to rage bait me, right? Like a lot of these people that are like coming in here, like the person that came in here and was like, oh, what's a woman? Like they're trying to rage bait me. Like the whole point is like they watch the Matt Walsh documentary or they see people on Twitter like asking trans people, what is a woman? And then trans people get like not necessarily tripped up, but then try to explain their like view on gender and sex or on gender and sex, but then people already come in with their preconceived notions, and their already constructed worldview and go, no, that's wrong. But like, who's to say what's wrong and what's right, right? Like, if you want to view trans women as men still, like, no one's stopping you. Like, you can do that, right? Like, I don't give a shit. It's not going to change how I view myself. It's not going to change me from taking hormones or not. What I don't like when like a government then tells people how they can and can't present, right? Um, or whether they can or can't take hormones. It's like yeah. It's also too, it's like I feel like a lot of people that ask the like question, what is a woman, aren't really wanting to have an actual dialogue, right? They're wanting to get you on a gotcha question. They're wanting to be like, ha ha, well, that's not my belief. So you're wrong. But if you wanted to have an actual conversation about sex and gender, those are actual conversations that are actually being had and have been being had by anthropologists, by sociologists, by by people who are in gender studies, by people who are in like scientific communities that are researching biology, that are researching like sex and sexuality. But a lot of times, the people who try to like ask leading questions like that are not interested in having a dialogue or learning more about like, I don't know, just different thoughts or different viewpoints, or even what science like and research says about trans people and intersex people. So there's zero debate on biology. That's not true at all, right? Like there are constantly like saying there's zero debate on biology just isn't factual and science. Like we learn as humans, we're constantly learning new things about science the more we do research, right? Biology is one of those fields. We're constantly learning about new biology and stuff like that. Take, for example, peptides, right? GLP-1s, GLP-3s, like peptides. We're literally the research on peptides is fairly new. And we're just now finding out how they kind of work, how they function, science into like micro gut biomes, like right, like science is something that is constantly changing and evolving, right? Like it's not something that's fixed. Like the more we learn, the more we like grow and change. Like science is not meant to stay the same, right? Unless something is a proven law, science does not change, right? Like that's why most scientific things that we talk about are theories, right? Because they're not law yet. Because the way science works is you have a hypothesis, right? Or, well, you have a question that you want to answer, right? So you go in, you form a hypothesis, then you conduct a study, okay? You conduct a study. And then you get your conclusion, you gather the data, you figure out, okay, what are the conclusions we can draw from this? What theories can we extrapolate from this? And then you publish the paper, or not publish the paper, but then you send it off and other people do the studies themselves. Other third parties or other different scientific groups do the studies themselves. That's called peer research. That's called peer reviewing. And then the study is published, right? But then that becomes a theory. It doesn't, it then, and then if a study gets like studied enough, right, it can eventually become a theory. And then if a theory gets proven, it becomes a law, right? But most of the science that we talk about are theories, right? Like, we don't have the answer to everything, right? Science is not an easy answer to everything. The world is much more complicated than black and white, right? Like, even if you're talking about sex is way more complicated than just like male and female, right? Like, we know there's intersex people, and we know there's more factors in sex than just like genitalia, right? It's genitalia, it's your
Laughing
chromosomes,
disco.
it's your hormones, it's your like your thyroid, it's your like a whole range of things, right? That go into what make like our idea of sex, right? And I think if you're only looking at it from a binary view of like, oh, there's only male and female, then you're going to miss out on a lot of the science that exists, right? Or potentially learning more about the world. So yeah. So most breakthroughs is a small step or dialing previous ideas. Exactly. Right? But I think having like a closed-minded black and white view of the world
Uncle
is...
Ert.
Also, thank you for the Uncle Alert, I guess. But like having a very black and white view of the world and science and biology, like, right, that's not how the world works. Like Like, I'm not even talking about trans stuff at this point. Like, even biology is so complex and complicated. Like, there are billions of cells in your body and billions of microorganisms on your skin and in your stomach and everywhere that affect your everyday life, that are like on the foods you eat, that affect things on such like a minuscule level that you wouldn't even think about, right? But yeah, so yeah. How the world works is you're born what you are, but that's not always true, right? Like there are people that their hormones are different, right? And we even know that, right? Like, I'm a trans woman, right? I take hormones. And the reason why trans people can take hormones and it changes their body is because they have the genetic, like, like the DNA structures, like, that react to hormones, right? Hormones are effectively like the instruction manual for how your body works, right? But then your cells and your DNA are like the building blocks, if that makes sense, right? And you can switch out the instructions, right? Like, but yeah. If you don't have a uterus, you're not female. See, but then that leaves out so many different type of women, right? Like, what about women who their uterus falls out during menopause? What about women who have had a hysterectomy and had their uterus taken out? What about women that that weren't born with a uterus, right? Right? If that's your definition of female, that leaves out a lot of people who are, by all medical consensus, considered female, right? Like, it's like having that type of like black and white view of the world is is a it's a way of viewing the world that's not like factual, right? It's a way of viewing the world that's not like actual to reality, right? So um right. um DNA codes for structural function or and predicts function. Yeah. But when you take hormones, hormones change how your DNA reacts, right? Hormones change how your body, like how your cells grow and react, right? It's why when trans women take estrogen, they grow breasts. It's their, like, it's why your nerve endings change. It's why your brain changes on hormones too, right? Like, science is very interesting, right? It's very interesting and complex and complicated, and it can't just be summarized down to, oh, there's only two sexes. Like, yeah. Uh, what are you? I'm a woman. I'm a trans woman. Uh, yeah. So, it's something people do when they just want to treat vibes like facts. Yeah. And look, just because most people fall into like the binary of like male and female doesn't necessarily mean like, right? Like, there's people that fall outside of that are still considered women or men or transgender, but and also people that have sorts of like hormone issues or thyroid issues or have more than one chromosome or only have one chromosome, or yeah, they're intersex. They have a uterus and a vagina, but they have testes, or like it's like biology is a lot more complex than what they teach you in a seventh grade textbook, right? You want to say, oh, it's basic biology, but yeah, it's called basic biology because it's basic. It's not even going over the complexities that biology actually has, right? And even if you want to go outside, like humans, right? They're animals that change their sex. Literally, there's animals that can change their sex at will. There's animals that change their sex in times of crisis. There's animals that change their sex based on the water temperature and the chemicals in the water, right? That's whole Alex Jones like turning the frogs gay, you know? Biology is a very complex, complicated system of cells and amino acids and all different like molecular functions and cellular functions that are going on that that as humans we don't even fully understand. So, yeah. I started HRT this year. My doctor said I wouldn't see a physical effects until the first 6 months. July's been funny. Yeah. I don't know. I saw like the first effects kind of take place in like the first month and a half was when I first noticed changes. I don't know. I felt like my body changed pretty quickly. Also, Kill Him Dead. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's wild and amazing. Yeah, damn, you really do know a lot. I mean, I don't know a lot, right? Like, I'm just pretty much saying, like, biology, sex, gender, it's a lot more complicated than, or especially biology is a lot more complicated than a lot of people like to say it is, right? Like the world and ecosystems and organisms and the human body is a very complex, complicated, interwoven, like complex system that we as humans don't even fully understand, right? Also, thank you, Kill 'Em Dead, for the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Yeah. She's fresh out of school with lawyer material. I don't have lawyer material. But Kill 'Em Dead with the Prime. Killing me dead. Okay, that was... Get it, guys? Because I said they followed and they're killing me dead.
Please tell me, do you think trans spaces should be a thing? Like men's spaces and women's spaces?
Like trans spaces? I mean, yeah, they're already a thing. That's what gender neutral or family restrooms are, right? Like single stall restrooms already exist, right? But I think the reality is like, right, like if you were to force me, a trans woman, to use the men's restroom, like if I went into the men's restroom, people would be like, "What the fuck are you doing in here?" Right? Because I'm viewed as a woman in my everyday life, right? Like I have tits, I look like a woman, I am a woman, okay? I look like a woman and I am a woman, right? Okay? And I don't go in the bathroom to like creep on people. I feel like a lot of the argument around like, oh, like we shouldn't allow trans people in like gendered spaces is like, okay, you're like what you're afraid of, like when a lot of people are like, oh, we should make trans people go into like their biological spaces, it's like women would freak out if a trans man with a full beard went into their restroom, you know? But the issue is like what you're really afraid of, right, is men committing sexual assault, right? Because a lot of it is like, oh, we shouldn't let trans women use the women's restroom because like what if they sexually assault women, right? Because, oh, trans women are men. But even if you're going off that, it's like a man doesn't need to be a trans woman to go into a women's restroom, right? They can just do that. Like most restrooms aren't like scanning you and being like, penis, you gotta go to a different bathroom, right? And also too, the argument is like, oh, like trans women are committing sexual assault in bathrooms, right? Oh, men are scary, right? Men are sexual assaulters. But it's like, if what you're afraid of is being sexually assaulted by men, then we need to write stronger laws around sexual assault by men and holding men accountable, right? Because men men don't need to go into a women's restroom to assault women, okay, right? Like if a man really wanted to assault women, they could do it at a bar. They could do it at her house. They could do it at his house, okay? Men sexually assault women all the time, okay? They don't need to go into a women's restroom or pretend to be trans, okay, to assault women, right? And if you're worried about sexual assault, whether it be from trans women or cis men, then we need stronger laws around sexual assault, which I am for, right? Like, sexual assaulters should be held accountable for their actions, right? Which we make it incredibly hard for people to, like, go after people who sexually assault them, right? And there's a lot of shame around coming out against people who sexually assaulted you, right? Based on like power structures, like, right? So it's not like right? It's an invasion of women's privacy. But no, it's not. Like, I'm not going into the, like, look, I'm a trans woman, right? I go into the women's restroom all the time. I don't go into the men's restroom anymore, right? I don't go in there to look at people pee, right? Like, I go in there to pee and I get out. I wash my hands and I get out, okay? I'm not looking under the stalls like, oh my God, vagina, right? I don't need to go into a women's restroom to see vagina. I can look it up on my phone like a normal person, okay? Like, and it's not invading women's spaces, right? Like, I've, like, in all my years of being a trans woman and using the women's restroom, there's never been an issue. There's never been an issue, right? And if we start policing and enforcing, like, like, what restroom people can use, right? There's gonna be, like, masked lesbians who will go into the women's restroom, who are following the law, who are gonna get told, you have short hair and you look like a boy, you can't be in here. Okay? It's like, it's not even, it's not, it's like, the issue is the fact that we can't hold men and sexual assaulters accountable. Not just like men who commit sexual assault, but women too, right? Like, sexual assault is a serious societal issue. That oftentimes people who commit sexual assault get away with it very easily. Because oftentimes a lot of sexual assault falls in a gray area that makes it hard for courts to offer any sort of like, and or if there is clear evidence, right, of sexual assault, or sometimes there's not even clear evidence, right? Like, if someone sexually assaults you and there's no camera on, right? It's your word against the person who sexually assaulted you, right? And also, I think we don't talk about how hard it is to come forward against someone who sexually assaults you, right? Like, I think not only emotionally is it hard to talk about going through sexual assault, right? Like, it is a traumatic experience, right? But you're also gonna, like, if you do pursue legal action against someone who sexually assaults you, not only are you spending a lot of money, you're also spending a lot of time in court, okay? You're also spending a lot of time being questioned whether the events that took place that were traumatic to you even happened in the first place, right? So it's not like right, it's, yeah. So yeah. But what would you recommend to protect children? I'd recommend stronger laws against people who commit sexual assault and harsher punishments for people who commit sexual assault. And actually listening to victims and making it easier for victims to come forward against people who commit sexual assault. Yeah, true. My doctor SA'd me, and even my lawyer told me it was my word against the doctor's. Yeah, exactly. And it's like a lot of sexual assault happens in places where there is no cameras or no other people around, right? Like a lot of sexual assault happens in the bedroom, right? And there's different levels of sexual assault. Like I think too when we talk about sexual assault sometimes, right? We say, oh, like it's only penetration, right? But there's levels to sexual assault. Like yeah, there's like forcibly penetrating someone, right? But there's also coercion, you know? There's also like asking someone repeatedly for sexual activities or repeatedly making sexual advances until someone eventually relents, even though they might not be that enthusiastic. There's when there's drugs or alcohol involved, you know, that's another line of consent. That's like if someone is like blackout drunk or roofied or high, they can't give full consent, right? They're not in their right mind. Um, or there's plenty of issues like in elderly homes, right? Where people are having like sexual relations with like their like wife or husband who's like in the late stages of dementia and they can't consent because they can't verbally say anything, right? Like there's so many different levels to sexual assault. Um but when we talk about sexual assault, we really I don't feel like talk about the different levels there is and how sexual assault happens too and why it's hard for victims to come forward.
Genuine trans women don't commit these assaults.
Yeah.
It's bad men who use the veil of trans as a shield.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like and even if there is like a trans woman that's sexually assaulting people, right? Or like a trans woman that's like a predator, she should go to prison. Like right? Like trans women just like cis people can commit sexual assault, right? And I also too I really hate how when we talk about sexual assault, we somehow only talk about it as if it's something that men do, right? Women commit sexual assault too, right? That's the truth. There's plenty of teachers that like have sex with their like high school student and they're like a 30-year-old like teacher that teaches at a high school. Like she's committing sexual assault, right? Like sexual assault isn't just something that men do. It's something that women do. It's a societal problem, right? That affects all of us. And it doesn't get better unless we talk about it, right? Unless we educate each other on like what is coercion, right? Like what is like getting touched when you don't want to get touched. Or like a great example of this recently is like I don't know if you guys have heard like the voicemail, right? Like if you've heard like the voicemail drama, right? This guy pretty much left a voicemail pretty much after the first date with this girl saying, "Hey, like if there's a second date, I like doing it with people early to make sure there's compatibility. Uh and if we go on a second date, I'm going to want to have sex, right?" Like what he did was obviously like it was coercion, right? He's saying like, "Okay, I liked going on this first date, but I was expecting that we were going to have sex. If we don't have sex on the next date, then I'm not going to see you again," right? Um right. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, carry a knife or a blade. Don't if you're trying to like keep from like being a victim, right? Don't carry a knife or a blade. Knife or blades are very bad self-defense weapons. Because knives and blades are much more likely to be turned on you, right? All it takes is someone grabbing your wrist and squeezing it hard enough for you to drop the knife, and then they can stab you. Your best, if you are anyone, right? Your best self-defense weapon, pepper spray, making loud noises, okay? Throwing things. And in some cases a gun, but yeah. Also too, like the whole argument around like trans women using women's restrooms. It's like trans people using restrooms in general. It's like trans people have been going into restrooms forever, right? Like you've probably been in a public restroom with a trans person. You just probably didn't know it, right? It's like most people that are trying to use restrooms are just trying to go pee, right? And also too, it's like I also hate that like when we talk about trans women, like, oh, it's like, what if a man like pretends to be a trans woman to sexually assault women, right? It's like, well, what if a man goes into a men's restroom and assaults men? Like that happens too, right? Like men can be victims from other men and from women, right? Anyone can commit sexual assault. So, but yeah. So yeah. What do you think about trans women competing in women's sports? I think it depends on the sport. And I think there's not even that trans women, even to begin with, playing sports. I don't think like, right, trans women playing sports was only an issue until it became like a political talking point, right? Trans people had been able to play in the Olympics since 2002, and I don't where are our medals? You know, it's like it's also like if you're talking about like high school sports or like middle school sports, it's like if a trans kid wants to play like I don't know soccer, it's like yeah, they just want a place to like be friend, like they just want to like make friends and play on a team. I really, to me, I feel like trans sports, like the whole trans sport debate, is just really. It's like what? So we're gonna ban all trans people from? You're banning like 10 people, right? It's like okay, cool, whatever. You know, like when the NCAA banned trans athletes from playing, there were 10 trans athletes, 10 in all of the NCAA. There were 10 trans athletes. And have you ever heard of them? No. Yeah, I don't really care about trans people in sports because it's not an issue, right? Like it's not even a big deal. Right? Oh no, 10 people are playing sports. It's like yeah. That's what our and also too it's like if you're someone, right? Right? Like you got to think about it. Your politicians are spending time writing bills saying 3 trans kids can't play sports in the whole state because that's probably like how many trans like when Idaho banned trans people, there were 3 trans kids. 3. When they banned trans people from playing sports, there were 3 trans girls in Idaho that were playing sports. 3. Out of all the high school and middle school athletes, there were 3. And it went to the Supreme Court. We're literally a law that affects 3 people is going to the Supreme Court. A law that affects 3 people. Who the fuck gives a shit, dude? 3 people that you had probably never heard of until they went on the court case, okay? Like who the fuck cares, dude? And I saw someone say like, "Oh, well, trans people should play in a separate sports league." There's not even enough trans people to play in a separate sport league, right? We make up less than 1% of the population. In some places, it's probably even less, right? So it's like, yeah, if you had a trans-only sports league, it'd be like 3 people. They wouldn't even be able to play the sport. Like, I really just don't give a shit about trans people in sports because it's not even like, it's like the most minuscule issue. Like, we spend time arguing about, oh, well, should trans people be able to play sports? When it's like, yeah, what about your grocery prices? Really? We're talking about whether 3 trans kids can play sports in Idaho instead of, I don't know, like your grocery bill going up like almost 100% in a year. Not 100%, like probably like 30 or 40%, right? And price fixing and like Instacart doing variable pricing depending on their customers, right? Like it's such a non-issue. Yeah. Um yeah. Stop making so much sense. Oh my god, guys, Pappy's woke. Woke Pappy is on the prowl. I really did title the stream I'm feeling extra woke and transgender today. And honestly, I did kind of go woke and transgender in like that last hour or so. So, honestly. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So, it's just how I feel. IDK in track, bruh. Yeah, I really non-issue. Also, too, I feel like it kind of leans into the idea that women are better than men, right? But women and men are better in different, like, physical categories, right? Like, men gymnasts cannot do the same thing that women gymnasts do. And women gymnasts cannot do the same things that men do, right? So, I really just, like, it really just doesn't, I really don't care, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So, on a lighter note, you're gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I try to be. I try to be. So yeah.
I know you seem kinda based.
Whoa. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. Thank you. I glad you guys think I'm based. Would you guys also say I'm poggers? No. Yeah, would you guys say I'm based in poggers? Based in poggers, I hardly know her. Yeah. At what point do you think trans women attain the ability to do things that female gymnasts were born to do? Probably never. Because, like, the reason why women gymnasts tend to be better than, like, the reason why women gymnasts tend to be better than men gymnasts is because they're usually shorter and they have a lower center of gravity because they have slightly wider hips, but it's like every sport is different, right? It really just like, yeah, you're talking about like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of it. Like, you're talking about so few people playing sports, right? Like, I guarantee you, if you let trans people play sports, if you lifted all the trans sports bans, nothing would change. Guys, because guess what? Guess what? Before 2020, There were no trans sports bans. Where were the trans athletes, guys? Because you probably never heard of them until it became like a talking point, right? It's such a non-issue. And like, yeah, if there was a sport or one athlete where a trans person was dominating, then yeah, that's like a case by case basis. I think there's so few trans people in sports. I feel like the trans sport thing should be on a case by case basis, dependent on the athlete and the sport that they're doing, right? Because every sport is different. Well, for track, oxygen levels and lung size. Well, we know that from studies that if you're a trans woman on estrogen, your blood oxygen levels actually decrease when you take hormones, and actually decreases slightly more than cis women's. So actually, they're at a slight disadvantage, but. So it's like there's so few trans athletes, so it's like there's not much to study. I really just like, it's like the whole trans athlete thing. I'm like, who cares? It's like cool. Let like the 2 trans people who want to play sports, I guess. The world's not gonna end. Okay? And if they start dominating, then sure, then we can have like an actual conversation about trans people in sports. Or it can be a case by case basis. I really just like, right? It's like trans people, there were no trans sports bans for the longest time, right? And it was never an issue. And then all of a sudden, conservatives were like, trans people. And then they played on people's preconceived notions of man strong, woman weak. Okay? And then, like, they played into people's preconceived notion of man strong, woman weak.
Girl power.
Trans woman man. Man better at sport. So, I was thanking you for the girl power. Thank you. So yeah. This is kind of like, yeah, cool, whatever. It's the vibe. Swag. Swagalicious. Swagalicious, Fergalicious. Pookie. Pookie, you barely touched your, I don't even know. Swag. You guys ever feel swag? Sometimes I feel like being swag, and then I realize I'm swag, and then I'm like, wait, I'm already swag. And then I'm like, swag, and I'm like, swag, baby. I'm like, swag. I hit him with the swag. Hit him with the swagalicious swag, guys. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, join the raid. If you don't join the raid, I will, I'll put, arsenic in your water. I'll put arsenic in your pipes, and then you'll drink it and go, and then you'll die. I might do that if you guys don't join the raid. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Farewell. Bye.